AFP officer's weapon, the gun firing as he hit the ground. Williams, a former police dog handler, and says the ordeal unfolded only metres away from him, sending travellers into panic.
I already had his right wrist, so I knew I had him under control. We're just lucky that the muzzle was pointed at the coffee shop and it didn't hurt anyone else, because the terminal's full of people.
The 41-year-old Victorian man has been charged and released on conditional bail. Hamas has applauded the Albanese government's decision to recognise Palestine, arguing its 2023 terrorist attack against Israel has been vindicated. A top official at the militant organisation has praised the Prime Minister for showing political courage. Anthony Albanese maintains Hamas will not be part of the political process in Gaza.
The Arab League have made it very clear that Hamas must lay down its weapons. The international community have made it very clear that Hamas will have no role in a future Palestinian state.
Pressure is mounting on Canberra to do more about the algal bloom crisis. The federal opposition leader has toured communities affected like Ardrossan today. Susan Lee says the Albanese government needs to step up.
I've just heard excuse after excuse. The first one was, it's in state waters, so it's got nothing to do with us. The second one was all these technical definitions around natural disasters and fitting into rules. And now we've got the Environment Minister wandering around with a clipboard and a whole lot of red tape. What about the people on the ground?
Unions believe a 4-day working week will help improve work-life balance and improve productivity. Under the plan, people would work fewer hours but still be paid as if they were working a 5-day week. The Albanese government's dismissed the idea, but ACTU President Michelle O'Neill says new evidence shows it could be effective.
Having shorter hours where people can be healthier, have more balance in their life, recover from work before they're back there again, all of that leads to you working more effectively. That's good for business as well as good for workers.
And people who avoid meat are less likely to develop a range of cancers. The finding follows one of the most detailed studies of vegetarian diets to date. But nutritional scientist Dr. Joanna McMillan disagrees, saying it's all about balance.
Let's remember that there's actually great nutrients in red meat. I would nudge you more towards having those sort of fresh red meats, but in a decent quantity, but accompanying them with lots of fibre, because then you help to mitigate any risk.
Turning to 5AA Sport.
Meet Crows Ben Keys and Port's Alira at Sports Card World's Trade Day this Sunday at Regent Arcade.
Port Adelaide coach Ken Hinkley says he'd be surprised if footy boss Chris Davies is not at the club next season. There have been reports linking both of them to Carlton, but Hinkley, whose 13-year tenure will end after 2 more games, says it's just speculation.
Everyone gets linked everywhere, don't they, this time of year? When there's an opportunity, me, Chris, players, we all get linked at different times. What I do know about footy, that about 1% come true.
Port Adelaide meet Carlton on Saturday, while Adelaide will face Collingwood without defender Rory Laird after his one-match ban was upheld by the Tribunal last night. And emerging Australian tennis players Tristan Schoolkate and Talia Gibson have been awarded wildcards into the US Open main draw. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Afternoon at Newton. Got a burst water main to look out for today. Gorge Road near Jan Street. Oakton, urgent gasworks just popped up this afternoon. Grand Junction Road near Sutholtz Road. Got big delays in all directions through there today. And stirred a breakdown the Southern Expressway near Marion Road. Busy South Road at Glandore for works on the South Road project with the camera Harvey Avenue at Netley. Spotlights over $30 million clearance sales on with curtains and blinds from $20. Cushions from $10 and fabric from $4 a metre. While stocks last at Spotlight, exclusions apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotaMaterialHandling.com.au.
Mostly sunny and 17 today, up to 20 tomorrow. Showers on Friday, 17, and a shower or two Saturday down to 14. At the moment, 15. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
In your suburb.
Good evening from Port Noarlunga.
Across your state.
A sombre scene here in Bordertown tonight.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
South Australian parents urged to be extra vigilant.
Because your home is our home. Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Stay informed, get involved. 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey.
I am flabbergasted.
And Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival.
Yes, welcome along. 8 minutes after 4. We've hit the midweek ahead of a massive weekend of footy. The penultimate round of the men's home and away season, doubled up with the opening round of the women's season starting tomorrow, mixed in with a bit of cricket overnight. It's a sporting mecca at the moment. Rowey, Timmy G, good afternoon.
Yeah, Sammy, well done. 2 games left in the season and round 23. Well, it shapes, I'm going to bill it moving round. I think it's going to sort the wheat from the chaff, the trees from the forest, the steam from the... I'll leave it there. You can finish that. Top 4 in or out. FIVEAA are taking on the Lions. Massive game. Top 4 or out. Suns v GWS. The other one is Crows and Maggies Saturday night. Collingwood could announce themselves. Laird's now out. I'd put Bobby Hill straight back in. And Crows could lock away the minor premiership. I cannot wait for Saturday night, Timmy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
As we spoke to Ben Keys last night, they're a proud club and they're a proud side. I reckon when you are a senior side, you don't take losses like that too lightly.
No.
So that'll sting them into gear. There's no doubt about that. Whether they're good enough to beat Adelaide at home, I doubt it. But the incoming of, say, a Beau McCreary and a Bobby Hill does give them a bit of bite, no doubt, that they lack. They seriously lack.
Yeah, we'll get to the Crows. Port play first. They got Carlton at Marvel. How's the timing of this? It's Ken's second to last as coach. He can have a Coke 0 or 2 with Vossi. They work together. Talk about their role that they're going to do next year, Timmy.
You reckon they can sit in the same box? Is that what you're saying?
Here's Ken again on finishing the season strong.
Said a few times, it's really important to try and finish your season strong when you've had a disappointing season, because it helps you build momentum into the next pre-season, off-season, and for players I think that's really important, and for us as a footy club it's always been important to play every game like there's a reason to improve.
And I love that. I mean, you've got to have a motto and a theme and just play to the end of the line. And look, people are playing for contracts, people are playing for their future, people are playing for Josh Carr's adulation about being in the 22. There's all those things to play for, and play for yourself amongst all things.
Pride.
Play for your pride. Play for your club. Play for your jumper.
That's number one.
Number one's what you did every single game. And I call this time of year rating time. Every single club is sitting back wanting to white-hand personnel from another club. And it is what it is. It's called white-handing.
Players, admin.
All of that. PPT, the
strength
lot.
and conditioning.
And I just think the Chris Davies Ken package deal. Carlton also looking at some of Port's PPT. I fear a raid on Josh's program. Or am I being over...
Oh, right.
Well, imagine if they... Well, Ken was going. What if they got CD? They're looking at your strength and conditioning rooster and your PPT rooster and, you know, it could be a raid. You could get white-anted.
No, I...
You ever had white-ant in your pine in your house? It's not good.
Never. Make sure we spray for pests like that.
Oh, well done. Here are the reports, and here's Ken, flat batting it.
Everyone gets linked everywhere, don't they, this time of year? When there's an opportunity, me, Chris, players, we all get linked at different times. What I do know about footy, that about 1% come true.
1% come true. I reckon he'd be about right with that.
Yeah, there's lots of room.
Especially if the speculation came out of the media. God, how bad are we? I'm going to get to that.
Trust those blokes.
We are a joke at the moment as an industry. I'm going to get to that, the last story. Crows have the Magpies, as we know. Laird's out. And as I said, if I was Collingwood, I'd have Bobby Hill in. And is it Beau McCreary?
Yep.
God, he's lightning quick.
He's good.
B. Smith might be back, but Laird out, Michael Lenny out. They're two massive outs. Here's Matty Nix on Laird.
Disappointed that we won't have Rory out there, but we've got to move on and we've got to set up now to play Saturday night and focus on who's going to step into that void, because he's been very good for us this year. But we've got guys that are ready to go in that spot, so we move on to what's next.
I'm going to get to what I think might have happened in that, because the other AFL Tribunal was Dylan Shield.
Correct.
Here we go again. And the other one is... at the end of the day, Magpies have won the last 11 games versus the Crows. I didn't realise that.
11?
The last win was round 19, 2017. That's a long time ago.
Wow.
What happened in 2017?
You made a grand
final. The last 5 games have been decided by 10 points or less. Last year it was 4 points. That was at the MCG. So they're absolutely due. Here's Matty Nix on the Maggies.
The main thing, which I mentioned earlier, is they're just a very good side. You know, they're a very good side who know how to win. They do have, you know, a lot of experience in amongst their group, and experience goes a long way when it comes to close games. You know, knowing not only what to do to win, but what to do not to lose. And they've had the wood on us in that area, but we're getting better and better every time we play. So we'll just continue to build our confidence and know at the right time the result will go our way.
Don't talk them up. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They're playing awful football. Yeah. It's at home. No. You've only lost 1 game all year at home, and that was a lucky Geelong.
No, Nix is going to allow you to do that side of it. What he does there is actually that message is like what he wants players to hear. Okay. Because it's important not to let players think, oh, well, don't worry, we'll take care of them pretty easily. Imagine him saying that.
But they will. Have you seen how they're playing?
But I'm saying if he says that as coach and it comes undone, they'll say, how irresponsible.
Don't talk them up. Hey. The most
There's only one person who's allowed to be that.
That's me.
Correct.
The most important player, and you know what I think of Tex in that team, and they did miss him last week, is back. He's Nixie.
There's no doubt he brings on-field leadership to us, and so we look forward to him coming back in. We've got to train, obviously, tonight, and everything's got to go well there. But he brings more than just what he does with the ball in his hands. He brings so much more to our group.
Spot on, he does. Now, a massive night again at the Tribunal with 2... Were they both test cases? The Shield one certainly was a test case. Both of them got guilty verdicts.
Yep.
The Tribunal chairperson in Renee Enborn, quote unquote, it was not conduct that a reasonable player would consider prudent. This is both of them. Where is the game heading? So Dylan Shield, in short, pushes his opponent. The opponent cannons into his teammate. His teammate does a bit of a flip. The look of it wasn't good. Landed a bit on his neck. Oh, so you want that ruled out?
What Dylan Shield did, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So you're happy for him to get a game?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He was ridiculous in what he did.
Okay. Rory Laird's is an interesting one for me. We said in the defence of it, they just got to get medium down to low. Sam, you're big on that.
You did say that.
Look, just get medium down to low. Rory Laird's lawyer... Well, I think he completely botched this, didn't he? Yeah. Did he stuff it up? Should I mention his name? Doesn't matter about that. Here's quote unquote about Rory Laird in the defence. He did not elect to bump, and in fact, he did not bump Cripps. Well, every angle I saw, he cannoned into Cripps. It was a bump. He just had to get it downgraded from medium to low, and he'd be playing.
The argument should have been about the impact.
It should have been. Yeah. What are we doing there?
Tried to say it was a push that went wrong.
Who was that? What was that cartoon show where that lawyer was
Simpsons.
on? What was his name?
Lionel Hutz.
Lionel Hutz. Can we leave
You're
it
not doing that, are you?
No, I'm not. That got sent to my phone. You actually sent it.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You sent it to our WhatsApp. You said, Rowey,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your KC.
That's just social media, mate. Your algorithms are out of place, mate.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, I love when a coach has a crack at the media, and I reckon there should be more of it. I love it. Ross Lyon was defending his club and players from innuendo that come from across the border. And what shows that? Channel 9 Classified? Yeah.
Yep, Classified.
I love Ross. Have a listen.
There's a lot of half-baked stories. And to be honest, I heard the Rucci stuff, right? Like, so when I listened to it, I thought it was 2 old blokes having a beer and a barbecue in the backyard. And
what was he saying?
Hey, well, there's unrest and Wilkie and Marshall will be someone else and they got to trade Steele out to free their cap. It was just, there was no substance, no rigour. And I was like, Rich, you sent me postcards from Italy where you're herding the sheep and counting the sheep. And, like, to be honest, you're a Port Adelaide nuffy. Like, let's move on. Without being denigrated, but does he write content for the Port Adelaide Sandford Club? Is he a mad Port Adelaide? Are they trying to get us into a bit of turmoil? Is that what's happened to Collingwood? Everyone's trying to unsettle Collingwood. You know, next minute Cameron's signed. It's all part of the theatre. It's all part of feeding the chooks.
Now I love that. Now it reminded me of Bulldogs coach Terry Wallace back in the day in a post-match interview. He gave it to Jeff Poulter. Now, who's Jeff Poulter? We don't know, but he was the chief footy writer.
Back in the
day. So he was the Rooch back in the day. Like, he was a massive influence on the game. And back in the day, they didn't record the press conferences.
Well, yeah, but he wrote an article after round 1 saying that the football was that bad that next time the Bulldogs play, they'll have to shut the gates to hold the people in.
Yeah. So it was a scathing article.
Yeah, it was derogatory.
And of course the coach is going to fire back, and he has every right to fire back.
Well, he said that they have a responsibility to promote the game and encourage people to come.
Yeah. Now, this happened back in 97.
Jeff, if you don't shut up, just go out, please.
Now, the audio was far better than that, but that was all we could hear. Now, that's sadly where we're at as an AFL industry. The standard of footy, I think, has dropped. The standard of umpiring certainly has dropped. And maybe the standard of reporting, and we're a part of that, has dropped. And I think we have a responsibility, don't we, to report correctly. There's too much one-upmanship.
Yeah, and I think very early on this season we sort of said, wow, there's a lot of shows now critiquing the game. And what happens there sometimes is you do get the race to being first, and sometimes, unfortunately, I think it was Denzel Washington said in a really good speech one day that unfortunately with the race to be first, you forget about being right or correct. So, and that's one of the battles.
Yeah, we're a part of it. So 82230000, we got a $50 Powers voucher to give away. Do the AFL media, and we're part of the AFL media, we're accredited AFL media. Do we need to stop what we're calling half-baked stories and the one-upmanship? Do we need to be held more accountable? I mean, there's an awful one going around at the moment in social media. I know that's got a lot to do with it. We won't go there. No, but
it's not AFL media.
But it's media. It's
different.
They call it social media.
That's a different case.
Okay, 82230000. Or do you want to have more feeding of the chooks, as Ross Lyon called it? Do you want to be fed like chooks? Do you want to be fed crap? Do we, or do we want to be? What do you listen to? How do the AFL meet, and we're a part of it, how do you want your appetite of reporting? Do you want us to be first, last, indifferent, or you want us to be right? How important is right now?
Well, how are you engaging me? That's more the point. And some vehicles are trying to engage by being really loud and sure about something that eventually doesn't come true.
I'm led to believe, my belief is this.
Did you
hear Caro the other night on your club?
No.
Oh, said nothing.
Yeah, so that's the name of the game. It's how you wish to be engaged. And I think what happens sometimes is you get the boy who cried wolf theory come out. Because if you do it too often, it's like your issue with your friend.
Scoopity-doo-dah.
With him, you have a bit of that syndrome where you go, I can't believe a word he says now because
our whole state's like that.
Too many of them haven't come true.
That's it.
So that's what happens.
So do we need to be held more accountable as a AFL media, or do you, the fan, want to be fed like a chook? 82230000. Have you got a chook noise for us, Timmy? Go and give us one.
That's pretty good. 21 after 4. We have a Hall of Famer in Jason Dunstall joining us later tonight. Jimmy Bartel's going to join us at 5. Where are they now? With a Team of the Century figure from the Collingwood Footy Club and a former captain. And we'll speak to the new coach of the Adelaide Lightning, who have had a rebrand, Karen Mitchell, tonight too. But it's all about your calls, 82230000. And just before we go to the break, the big announcement for tonight's show, which a lot of Crows fans and maybe some Collingwood fans would like to hear, we have tickets to give away tonight to that sold-out Crows Collingwood blockbuster on Saturday night.
Do we ever?
This isn't fake news.
This is real news.
Do not miss them.
Your chance to win later tonight. Your call's next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Adelaide Crows gun recruit Alex Neil-Bullen joins David and Will for the 2025 AFL season.
Alex Neil-Bullen.
Hear Alex's unique insights thanks to ACET Transport. If your business needs something delivered anywhere in Australia, don't risk it. ACET. ACETtransport.au.
Got something big to budge? Budget with Budget. Little trucks, big trucks. You can do it all in a budget rental truck. Get exactly what you need and at a great price too. So remember, whatever you've got to budget with a budget rental truck.
Budget with a budget rental truck. It's quick and cheap. Well, off your luck when you budget with a budget rental truck.
Budget car and truck rental. Call 13 27 27. That's 13 27 27.
over 50% sold. Get your tickets for the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery now. Win the $4.6 million grand prize, a single-storey Walkerville home with 4 bedrooms, incredible indoor and outdoor living, and an 8-metre swimming pool. This one is next level, and it could be yours. But tickets are already over 50% sold, so get yours now. homelottery.com.au. Licence M14784.
Now, whether you're hunting down a rare collectible or just keen to swap cards with the kids or the grandkids, Sports Card World is the place to be, especially on a trade day.
Yeah, this Sunday from 12 to 2, it's set to be another big trade day. Now, head along to Sports Card World. It's in Region Arcade. Say g'day, mate, g'day, mate, g'day, mate, to Matt and Ben and the team, and take home some new cardboard stars. You could even meet some in flesh, like Crow's Gun Betty Keys, who will be there from 12 to 1.
And if you're a Port person, from 1 to 2, Alear from Port Adelaide will be there to meet and greet fans. So if you've got some cards that need to be inked, this Sunday is your best shot to get them signed in person. The trade day will be packed with AFL cards, Pokemon cards, NBA cards and more.
Yeah, well done. So take your cards, meet some AFL stars and rub shoulders with other local collectors this Sunday, 12 to 2 at Sports Card World Trade Day, Region Arcade, just off Rundle Mall.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here on 7 News. Crows fans scammed. An urgent warning about bogus finals tickets. Heartbreak at Henley as the feds jet in to tackle our algal bloom crisis. And could a 4-day working week soon become reality?
Visit Jarvis Toyota's brand new undercover home in Brighton Road, Somerton Park, and take advantage of savings across the Toyota certified pre-owned range. Enjoy the same feeling you get with a new Toyota at Jarvis Toyota, with all certified pre-owned vehicles tested and backed by Toyota, including a full service history and 90-point safety check. Toyota certified pre-owned in a class of its own. Come and experience the difference at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
Imagine clicking your fingers and bam, dinner's done. That's the magic of Local Kitchen Co. Their home-style meals are cooked fresh daily, using the finest seasonal produce South Australia has to offer. Menus change weekly, so there's always new flavours to try. And with portion sizes for singles, couples and families, there's something for everyone. To see this week's menu, search Local Kitchen Co. or drop into one of their 3 locations, Malvern, Parkside or Glenelg. Local Kitchen Co. More than just local.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
25 minutes after 4 here on this Wednesday afternoon. Jason Dunstall to join us at 4:30. But we've asked the question, media integrity. What do you want from the media? After Ross Lyon had a fair crack at some people yesterday on television. Let's check your traffic first. For Rossdale Homes, SA's most trusted, custom design, fixed pricing and a total peace of mind, because trust is a must.
Afternoon, it's stirred a breakdown on the Southern Expressway. It's near Marion Road, really big delays heading outbound through there. Oakton, urgent gasworks with big delays there too. Grand Junction Road near Sutholtz Road and Rose Park Harvey Building, Kensington Road near Shepherd's Lane. Busy South Road at Glandore, just near the old tram overpass for works. And got a camera this afternoon, Beovich Road and Ingle Farm. Look for the RAA sign that over 400 independent RAA-approved repairers across SA. You know you can trust them because RAA do. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Number 1 brand in South Australia, RAA approved repairer. I was at a meeting with them today. The number 1 brand in South Australia. They're great.
Can't knock it.
Hello, Dave at Highgate.
Yeah, hi guys. Just listening to you in relation to media integrity. The thing that concerns me most about it is, look, everyone gets things wrong from time to time, but there seems to be this trend now, and I think towards Caroline Wilson when she made up the story about Nasai and Wangadine Miller and not wanting to go to the Crows because of Tex Walker. And instead of, when it got disproven, instead of apologising and saying, look, I got that one wrong, she doubles down on the story and she says, oh, well, things can change. Well, actually, why don't you just say you were wrong? Why don't you apologise so we can all move on? But there's a trend now with some of these media people, the journalists, well, I won't even call them journalists, they're media people, to just double down on the story and say, oh, well, you know, things change. Well, actually, things didn't change. He never said that he didn't want to go to the Crows, and she should have apologised, but no, they don't.
No,
the same
well
with people like what's his name?
Scoop-de-doo.
Sam, I forget, Scoop-de-doo and all of this sort of stuff. They just make up these stories, stick by them. If you get it wrong, guys, just apologise so that you've done the respectful thing and you've kept some semblance of integrity and
thanks,
not lost
Dave. Can I just defend Caro and Sam? I don't think they make the stories up, so let's put that clear. It's their belief that that's the truth. Now, you word that any way you want. They want us to have a listener on saying they're making stuff up. They don't make stuff up. We know they don't make stuff up. Whether they're doing their job correctly and they're getting the right information is another thing, but they don't make stuff up. Well, maybe Sam does. Here's one. No, you better dump that. Just dump that last little bit. I don't want him suing me because he is
Let's
a big
go to the phone, Stephen.
Yeah, cool.
Let's go to... Hey, g'day, Malcolm.
I do get carried away. Hello, Malcolm.
Mate,
Timmy
what do you think of the Laddie Tribunal, Malcolm?
First off, I would like it to be explained by Adelaide Football Club why they did not go down the route of trying to get it downgraded. That had to be the logical and only solution. Adelaide so far this year at the Tribunal, the Hinge case and then last night, to say it's been incompetent stupidity is being polite. And I was just so angry last night that it's a bump. We've seen that he bumped him. Now, you can argue the fact is Cripps didn't go off the ground and he laid a heavy tackle 2 minutes, 54 seconds later in the play. Now, why Adelaide didn't think that they could get that downgraded, so they vent this cock and bull stupidity which they came up with. As soon as I saw it last night, originally I thought, you bloody idiots, were leaving the language out. And Rowey, sorry, can we stop this? Everyone is innocent before going up. No one's got a case. You know, we've heard from AFL players. We talk to them all enough. They all want the game in general to be tightened up. They're all in favour of it. We know what's happening behind the scenes legally. It's not whether we want things to change. It has to. It's for the game to continue. You've just had a son in the AFL system. You know what's going on, and yet everyone's never guilty. Dylan Shill last night, he should have got more than one. Go back and have a look at the incident of where Ryan Mansell got 3 and then compare it to that. Shill was very, very lucky to only get 1. That was unbelievably dangerous what he did.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bit slow to this dance, a bit like the algal bloom. I was slow to that dance, but God, it
might be affecting you. It might be affecting you. You're on the boat.
AFL will be loving all the media stuff. Bad publicity is free publicity. It used to be a saying any publicity was good publicity.
Yeah, that's
I've never subscribed to that.
It's the old Oscar Wilde.
Yeah, but
there's only one thing worse than being talked about, and that's not being talked about.
Well, I get that, but I don't reckon any publicity is good publicity. Do you?
There's some I'd prefer not to have.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good point. 4:30 headlines are coming up, and Jason Dunstall next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. A man's facing numerous charges after a chase and carjacking in the western suburbs. New figures show wages have grown an average of 3.4% over the year to June. The opposition has lashed Anthony Albanese after a Hamas spokesman applauded Australia's vow to recognise Palestinian statehood. And the Crows will hold an open training session at Adelaide Oval from 5 this afternoon. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Afternoon, it stirred a breakdown causing quite big delays for the drive home the Southern Expressway near Marion Road. It's got delays at Oakton with urgent gasworks the Savo. She's on Grand Junction Road near Sutholtz Road and Rose Park Car V Building, Kensington Road near Shepherd's Lane. Busy South Road at Glandorf for works near the old tram overpass, and got a camera at Smart Road at Modbury. Marty Gomez's chicken mini meal, Big Eats at a mini price. Mini chicken burrito with free-range chicken fries and drink, just $12. Grab yours today at GYG. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 20, at the moment 15. More news at 5 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
It's only a few months since David Spears, the former state Liberal leader, had his day in court after pleading guilty to charges of supplying drugs.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
Speculation has begun that he could be making a political comeback.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
We have the man himself on the line.
It's not my speculation.
5AA Breakfast.
Do you feel ready to re-enter politics as early as March next year?
No, I don't. But you never say never.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Trust FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store, to have whatever you fancy. They've been recommending great wine, spirits and beers now for 50 years. A lot has changed, but you can still discover great labels from far and wide. And they've always been champions for the many great winemakers, distillers and brewers right here. Trust 3 generations of experience. Trust FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store since 1975. 50 years of offering whatever you fancy.
Something wild, cool and sophisticated has arrived in SA. JCoo, selling a new SUV, and only at Morfett Vale, Main South Road.
Breaking up is never easy. And when a relationship does end, there's so much to work through. What happens with the house, the car, the kids, your future? It's hard to know where to start. And that's where Anderson's solicitors will help. In just 90 minutes, Anderson's will create your personalised family roadmap, explaining your options and outlining a clear plan for the next steps. And all for a set fee. Anderson Solicitors. Help when you need it.
At Coles, save with half-price specials across selected sports, vitamin and diet nutrition, like half-price LifeSpace Probiotic Broad Spectrum or 60-plus years capsules. 40 packs, now $18. Excludes everyday down and clearance items. Follow the directions for use.
Our place is your place at the Albion Hotel. Your place to raise a glass to a big sporting win, a milestone birthday, or just making it through the week. Cheers. Your place to bring the entire family, including the kids and grandkids, for an amazing meal together. Your place to sit back and just soak it all in. The Albion Hotel. Your local, your people, your place.
Hands up, who wants more customers? 5AA is helping local businesses grow their brand and reach more people. Join us at Jarmer's Kitchen in Bowden on the 2nd or 3rd of September for a free session with audio marketing experts. Learn how audio campaigns can drive real results for your business. Spots are limited. Don't miss this opportunity to amplify your brand with audio. RSVP now and choose a time that suits you at audiorsvp.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
25 minutes to 5. Jimmy Bartel's going to join us at 5 o'clock tonight, as he does each Wednesday night. We have Where Are They Now as well, with a former Collingwood captain, plus your calls and your chance to win tickets to the sold-out Crows Collingwood blockbuster on Saturday night.
Well, exciting news. I think this guy, he's going to have to buy a new dinner suit. It just keeps going to so many functions. It's outrageous. He's kicked 1,254 goals. He's got 4 flags. He was one of the great players of the 80s and 90s, and even might have snuck into the 2000s. I speak none other than Jason Dunstall. Congratulations, Jace.
Good afternoon, gents. How are we?
Excellent, excellent. So you're in the Sport Australia Hall of Fame. It's an outstanding honour, and especially when you look through the list of names that are there. And it's going to be an exciting night in November.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It was a big surprise, I must admit. Very humbled by it, but very thrilled to be a part of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.
AFL legend status recently as well. All of this on the back of, what was it, Fox Footy's The Bounce or your playing career? Which one got you in?
Oh, who knows, mate? It just means I'm old and people feel sorry for me, I think. I just keep hanging around.
It gives you a chance, though, to reflect, and often you sort of you have those moments where you reminisce and the like. But, gee, your football career was quite outstanding. It all started in Queensland, and I always sort of wondered why Aussie rules, because it was back then when you were a kid growing up, fierce NRL.
It was. Well, it was also rugby union. I went to a private school where it was virtually compulsory to play rugby union, which I did for a few years, and then played soccer at school after that because I enjoyed soccer more. But I played for my club from the under-7s onwards when I was 5 years old. Apparently, Aussie rules was the only sport they would let 5-year-old boys play. You couldn't get into rugby at that age, and I bugged my parents to play some sort of footy. So they put me there, and I just kept playing with my mates all the way through.
I love doing these interviews, Jason, because you get to read the record and read a bit more about the inside of the football that is you. And I knew you were from Queensland, and I knew that you had a great year, and I knew there were a couple of clubs speaking to get you over. In 84, 3, in fact, did Hawthorn, Fitzroy and Carlton. Carlton didn't ring you back. I hope that bloke lost his job. Is that true?
Yeah, well, I mean, I won't say they didn't ring me back. It's not like I left a message. I spoke to 3 clubs after a state game in Tasmania.
Yep.
And Hawthorn and Fitzroy were the only 2 that actually followed up after the initial contact. But because we grew up at Cooperoo, we played in the same strip as Carlton, the navy blue with the white CFC, and naturally most of us barracked for Carlton. So I would have loved to have played for the Blues, but it's one of those sliding doors moments, I guess.
Wow.
And there's a lot of luck involved in getting the right club at the right time, and it just panned out nicely for me.
Well, 4 premierships would have only been one in the time that you played if you had gone to Carlton.
He might have created a couple himself.
You might have. Your best return was 145 goals in 92. I remember that vividly. And I look back in the history to see who won the Brownlow that year. I would have thought, I reckon if you kicked that many goals, you'd be up there. You came runner-up that particular year. You've been in the top 3 times, but that year was the year you had 18 votes. Ken Hinkley finished 3rd on 17, so BOG away from winning it. How could you lose that to a ruckman that year, Jason? To a big, fat, slow ruckman.
That's scary, isn't it? Mind you, 18 votes wouldn't get you in the top 30.
No.
The number of votes they're scoring, it's frightening.
Yeah.
It was just, it was Plugger won it with a low total. I think he might have had 17 votes or 18 votes.
Wow.
Yeah, tied with the Rat, didn't he?
Or might have been 20 votes, but he was the last forward to win it, and as you say, he tied. So it's just so difficult. The on-ballers are there every week, putting their hands up in the face of the umpires. So it has become a midfielder's medal. I never lost any sleep over it, mate. You know, everyone gets robbed 4 times now and then, so what do you do?
I went through your year, incredible year, and I thought, I've got to try and pinch 2 votes somewhere. So you kicked 17 goals, 5 versus Richmond in 1992.
Yep.
Can you remember who got the 3 Brownlow votes?
I got the 3 for that.
You did?
I got the 3 for that, yep.
So the one I've got is, and I used to play with Tony Hall, love him. You kicked 9 versus Geelong, and it was a good 9 too, none over the top. There were Jason Dunstall 9. T. Hall got the 3 votes with 30 touches. Give me a spell. You were 3 all day, every day that year, Jason.
He robbed me a few times.
He did?
There was a game we played at the we played the Bombers, and all I remember is I kicked 12-8. So I had a lot of shots to goal, and again I got 2 votes, and Hawley got the 3. So
Jesus.
They must have loved it.
Not wrong.
Well, he was a good-looking rooster.
Yeah.
He was.
What are you saying about Jace?
Well, his nickname's Piggy. well, you wouldn't class yourself as a good-looking rooster, would you, Piggy?
He's been wearing a lot of dinner
I
suits.
tend to use the words ruggedly handsome.
Organically.
So for rough as gut.
You look better when you wore that helmet, put it that way.
I was reading, I know you love Carlton and the like, but you got to play against Bruce Daw, and that would have been, I suppose, at times bittersweet. I know he towed you up one day, keeping you to 2 points, but you doubled up on him and got 6 on him. And that was his last game, wasn't it, Jace?
It was. That was the end of his career, and he was one of my heroes growing up. We used to tune into the match of the day on a Saturday arvo and hope and pray that it would be a Carlton game, and every now and then you'd get to watch the boys go around. And I loved, the Blues back then in the late 70s, early 80s. They were brilliant to watch.
Your flags, and you got 4 of them, and I think you guys played about 5 night premierships as well over that period of time. You're incredibly a successful team. Was there any that sort of stood out for you? Because I do remember talking to you, and you said that your 88 was a terrific flag. 89, you said you almost felt like you guys were almost in control of it yourselves as players.
Oh, 86 was the first one. I think that's the most special one.
Right.
88, I always thought we were the best team, and we won that one comfortably. But 89 was special in that we got seriously challenged by the Cats, and that became an epic grand final. And for a number of, couple of decades or so, it was the preeminent grand final of the era until this century. We've had a few more good ones now, but too many of them had been blowouts. And to have a close one like that was also so high scoring, that was a real special day, particularly given the feats of Gary Ablett and all the injuries that we copped and the way that it all panned out. That was a pretty big one too.
Yeah, there were so many stories in that whole game. But 91's a different one too, because it was at Waverley, and you're up against what was going to be an emerging West Coast Eagles.
Yeah, and they were favourites to win that. A little bit stiff. We didn't get to see Angry Anderson in the Batmobile, unfortunately. He was done before we got out there. So we got robbed of that entertainment. But fortunately, on the big stage, they just didn't play as well as they had throughout the year. The Eagles were able to get hold of them.
Well, we've come a long way because this year we got Snoop Dogg.
Could be interesting in itself. But I wonder if they've looked at his playlist of songs, because there's a few that I think probably just fall outside the bounds of what might be acceptable at the G.
Yeah. Jason, your record is unbelievable. 1,254 goals. You average 4.66 goals a game, which is just outstanding. 6 times you kicked over 100. Fancy kicking 100 goals, not winning the Coleman. You only won that 3 times because there was blokes like Lockett and Ablett snooping around. We're sitting here today thinking, oh, God, it'd be great if Jeremy Cameron could kick 100 goals. That was the norm back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. It was far better footy, wasn't it?
Well, it was very different footy. That's the key to it. And I was talking to someone recently about it. So you kind of, if you're a decent full forward, you're kind of expected to get around 100 each year. Otherwise, you haven't been playing well because you played in position. You got the opportunity to beat your man, basically one-on-one contest, whereas these days it's so incredibly hard. The number of times that you're battling far too many numbers, you don't have the space that we had. Everyone's up and down the ground. For Jeremy Cameron to get this close, and I hope he gets there, it'll be a great effort because he finds different ways to kick his goals. He's not your traditional strong mark, pack mark. He gets some on the lead, but he also gets them running up the ground, getting involved in play, snapping them from anywhere. He's just an all-round really good forward that works hard and puts himself in good spots.
Now, Jace, I'm happy with a yes or no for this one. If you were playing today, would you still average 4.66 goals a game?
No.
Say yes.
No, it'd be 6.8.
No one's doing it, so there's no reason to go. I don't know if I'd get through pre-season.
Good man.
Hey, Jace, you had an incredible amount of highlights, as we're speaking about. One thing that was pretty nasty was that fractured skull that you got. I think you ran into Earl Spalding, and you had to wear a leather helmet in your comeback, which was very courageous. How was the helmet received by your teammates?
And have you still got it?
As you can imagine. Received beautifully by just about all and sundry. It was a handmade helmet by the surgeon who wouldn't let me play unless I wore this helmet, and he created it so it came down pretty close to the top of the eyes to cover where I'd fractured my skull. So it wasn't what you'd call aesthetically pleasing, but all I wanted to do was play, so happy to pop it on. Had to keep it on for the last, about 6 or 7 weeks of that season, and then fortunately I ditched it come the following year.
Does it haunt you? Because we had a teammate had a similar thing happen in the 90s, and it just pops up now and again. Accidentally, appears in a WhatsApp group and just keeps on giving, I should say.
Well, I happily gave that helmet away to auction many
Oh, really?
years ago. I don't know where it is now. Hopefully someone burned it.
Okay. I've just got a text for Interactive here, Jason Dunstall, on the Unique Home Style Food text. It's from a bloke by the name of D. Jarman. He wants to know how many goals he fed you and was he the best field kick that you've ever had on a lead?
Yes, he knows he was. He knows he was. And I can't argue with him because he could do it equally well, equally brilliantly on both sides of the body. And he had range, he had depth, he had the ability to punch it or chip it, whatever was needed. Your eyes lit up when Jars got the ball.
Yeah, well said.
Well, your eyes will light up at the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, mate. You'll get another dinner suit, another entry into what is a thoroughly deserved award, mate, and congratulations on being inducted.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the chat.
Jason Dunstall, Sport Australia Hall of Fame inductee. How good.
Is just a great... we'll do it again. What does Stud always say?
Read the record.
Read the record.
The record.
12 times leading goal kicker for Hawthorn. 12 times. Now, I did a lot of...
Kicked 106 times and only won the Coleman on 3 of them.
And a lot of the early 2000s, I did a lot of gigs with Jason where I was the warm-up act and then he was the main man. And
he's a great speaker.
Very good speaker. Very good speaker. Speaks very well. But
Kevin Bartlett's still the best I've heard.
He's always quite derogatory towards himself and his record. He said, who remembers third? He said, I'm third. He said, and he goes on about it. But 1,254 goals, like you said, it's just staggering. The thing I reckon, if you were able to go back in time and get champion data to do goal assists, I reckon he'd come out very highly because he was not a selfish full forward.
Very much a team-orientated player. Jason Dunstall, our guest.
It's 12-5. Here's your traffic.
Afternoon, it stirred a breakdown on the Southern Expressway near Marion Road, causing a few delays outbound, quite heavy in fact. Oakton, urgent gasworks with more delays. Grand Junction Road near Sutholts Road. And another breakdown at West Hindmarsh at the bottom of the North-South motorway near the exit ramp. But good news there, no great delays. Got a camera tonight at Cliff Street, Glengarry. Drive away in the latest Vito van from 58,500 and take your business to the next level with Mercedes-Benz Unley vans. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Paying for a gym membership means going the first month, sleeping in the next month, voicemails from your personal trainer, taking up cold plunges instead, realising you're more of a good book by the fire type, hot chocolate by the fire type, marshmallow, forgot you even signed up for the gym type. Go from forgotten subscriptions to found savings with the Westpac app's clever tech. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Westpac online banking T's and C's. Eligibility, fees and charges apply.
Can I have another marshmallow? There's nothing quite like a Sports Card World Trade Day. The anticipation in the air every time you hear this. The rush of finally seeing that card you've been hunting for years. The exciting guest appearances. New cards, rare cards, NBA, AFL, soccer, Pokemon, and so much more. You never know what'll show up. So don't miss the Sports Card World Trade Day. This weekend in Regent Arcade, Rundle Mall. Search Sports Card World for details.
Hey, it's Lauren here from Adelaide. And if you're like me and you love a good bargain from your local chemist, check out Star Discount Chemist. They're all about great value and helping your family stay healthy. Go in store or online for click and collect and delivery. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help?
Hi, Brett Ibbott here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of low-K demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
Radio is theatre of the mind, so I want you to picture this.
I'm closing my eyes.
Okay. You finally arrive at your hotel. It's been a long day. You've been travelling on planes, trains and automobiles and had that horrendous coffee in the terminal. And the guy at reception gives you a friendly smile, hands over the keys and says, hey, enjoy your stay. You head up to the room. You open the door.
Oh, no.
And you instantly regret everything. This room stinks.
Yeah, you walk in, all you want to do is jump on the bed. You don't expect a gerbil to jump out or a mouse to whiz around the corner.
No, you do not.
And then what you want to do, you want to look at the view.
Yeah.
I know Jody does. You go to the sash window. Here there is no sash window.
Brick wall.
And you think, well, that wasn't on the Google searchy thingy, motory thing. And the reason
Didn't see that in the gallery.
And then you look to your wife, because it's always her fault, well, Jody. I say, Jody, why did you not trust RAA travel agent.
Correct.
Why didn't you book with RAA? This would never have happened, Jody.
You can skip all that holiday horror just by booking with RAA's trusted travel agents. From the moment you sit down with them, you'll feel like you're in safe, experienced hands.
Because they've all done it. And here's the thing, whether it's flights, accommodation,
They probably
tours,
stayed in your room.
They probably did. Even cruises, they'll tailor a package just for you. And you're right, they'll say, you've got to stay at this hotel, but get on the 4th floor. On the western side, you'll have a beach view.
Beautiful.
Not a car park view.
Oh,
Bang.
Love it. So book an appointment with an RAA travel agent to elevate your holiday. RAA, it's better to be a member.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save is on now. Spend $4,000 will only charge you $2,750, or spend $2,000 will only charge you $1,450, or $1,000 will only charge you $750. Don't miss the National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save on now. So rush into a National Tile store near you, or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save. Conditions apply.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Well, it's 8 minutes to 5. We're taking your calls, 8223 0000. Get involved with the show. We'd love to take your calls on the air. Anything you're thinking about in footy. Jimmy Bartel's going to give us his thoughts after 5 o'clock, all thanks to Statesman Windows.
Credence, Timmy.
It is indeed.
Oh,
Look
God,
at
I
that.
love Credence.
Oh, I tell you what.
Now, we were talking about Port Adelaide and them getting raided and, maybe CD.
There's movement. There's movement.
Well, there always is, and every club's the same. And everyone says in business, and football is business, if you can retain your key staff, you will generally have a growth year because there's such a thing as organic growth. So Port will be shoring them up, and a lot of people will be wanting to work with Josh Carr. One thing I think Josh does need to do is find a senior assistant. Would you agree?
What he does need, I think, first and foremost, is to replace himself.
Well, he needs a midfield coach. That's true.
Where do you win games, Stephen?
Yeah. Oh, in the midfield.
Correct.
Oh, well, we're channeling Campo here.
Yes, we are.
His car just swerved off the road.
So,
mate, you win flags with midfields.
He wants to he'd probably want to get that position done first. Now, does he need
a senior assistant?
Does he need a senior assistant? He has coached in his own right.
Okay.
He's coached North Adelaide to a premiership, so he might be thinking, no, I don't probably need that senior exec. He might be thinking, no, I can...
But if you look at the successes of Port with Ken, he's had some fantastic senior assistants in there that have gone on to be senior coaches.
Yeah, I think some of the guys he had, like Alan Richardson, he had Phil Walsh, of course, Michael Voss. So sometimes that is that combination.
Manny
but he
Nix.
might be able to get that out of the person who becomes the midfield coach. That might be that person. So I'm not sure how he will go about it, but he will know what he wants.
He will know what he wants, and if there's one thing we know about Joshy, he knows what he wants. Here's Caro on Port Adelaide.
The club are looking for a senior assistant to help Josh Carr. So I know that they've spoken to Stuart Dew, the former Port Adelaide star, one of your old teammates, Luke. They've spoken with Brendan Lade. They've spoken with a number of senior assistants and assistant coaches across the country to find someone to fill that role that Ken Hinkley had for many years, most recently with Michael Voss.
Yeah, I think the opposite. I think he will be searching wholly and solely for the midfield coach first.
Okay.
That'll be his priority.
Well, there's a senior assistant under his nose, Ken Hinkley. Hello, Tony at Bondi.
G'day, boys. How you going?
We missed you, Tony. We had Campo's 50th yesterday, and he was very sad.
Tony. I got there late. I barely slept a wink, to be honest.
We know what your problem is, Tony. You're cooking too many pizzas.
That was probably part of the reason. Hey, so I actually had this question lined up for Sam for Tuggers, and then your producer very nicely reminded me that it's the Stephen and Tim Sports Show, not Sam.
Mate, all Sam does is push the buttons, mate. Don't go asking him questions.
I just thought he might have an interesting take. Look, I'll be quick. I was just wondering where, what you guys are thinking now where AFL media has literally descended into the American model 100% now.
Yeah.
So it is shock jocks, first take, outlandish points of view. You use language that you know is going to get clipped and aggregated and turned into social media. We are A-block focused. So if Collingwood can lead, Collingwood goes first. There are Dallas Cowboys, basically, right? So if there's good Collingwood, bad Collingwood, happy Collingwood, first thing off the block. And then the last one, which is the only time I get irritated, is just dumb narratives that they just go on about all year long. And the one about the Crows going, can 3 tools work in finals? Well, what a stupid question. Like, do you think structure doesn't work in finals? Can they get spooked because they're young? Yeah, that could happen. Could they get worked out? Yeah, that could happen. But it's not going to happen because they're playing 3 tools instead of 2. Anyway.
Yeah, great call.
It's getting a little frustrating.
Yeah, great call, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, probably best ignoring it. I think that they want to paint that picture of doom and gloom because the fear is an Adelaide winning, or Brisbane winning. It upsets them because it's a Victorian
centric competition,
driven, you name it, exactly like he says. Collingwood's the Dallas Cowboys of Australia. So
they're so
that's what
rooting
they
for
lead
them to
with.
get there, aren't they?
And when that happens, and let's not forget what the AFL did when it had a summit post 2006.
Correct.
Too many grand finals with too many interstate clubs, right from 01 through to 06. That was just, in the end, they just said, no, this is enough. Enough's enough. We've got to stop this. How do we get those Victorian teams back up?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
How good.
That's a fair and equitable system.
Timmy's frustrated, as are a lot of our listeners. You can have your say. 8223 0000. We'll get Jimmy Bartel's take next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Your daily cup of OTR just got a whole lot richer. Buy NEC coffee for a chance to win $1,000 daily when you scan the OTR app. In September 2, T's and C's apply. SAP 25/835. OTR. Serving up seriously good coffee.
Weekends can turn wild in a blink. That's why there's JQ Morford Vale, selling a new kind of SUV, made for beach runs, bush tracks and sleek city drives. JQ Morford Vale, Main South Road.
For the first time, you can relive the Bathurst 1000 in true style. Travel and stay on a vintage train and experience a 5-day journey of unparalleled history and comfort. Recall the exciting 70s and 80s at the Mount Panorama Circuit, where legends Peter Brock and Alan Moffat thrilled and fought it out to the finish line. Your journey includes superb onboard meals and accommodation departing from Sydney. Flights from Adelaide are also included. Spoil yourself. Visit holidaywonders.com.au.
Hi, I'm Piper, a registered nurse at the Women's and Children's Hospital. Our health system is getting a lot bigger. We're getting more people, and there's upgrades to hospitals like new emergency departments. Heaps of new beds are already open, but there's more on the way, so you can get the right care when you need it. It's all part of building a bigger health system. To find out what's happening near you, visit biggerhealthsystem.sa.gov.au.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
Who can fix the shower? Service today. Who can fix the power? Service today. Yes, we can, is what we say at Service Today. From emergency plumbing to electrical and heating and cooling, no matter what size job you need, at Service Today, the answer will always be yes, we can. It's Service Today guaranteed, or it's free. Can you fix the shower? Yes, we can. Can you fix the power? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, is what we say at Service Today. Look out for our bright yellow trucks.
Local news and information first. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Clear tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 20. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig.
Sportal, cutting-edge sports hardware and software for elite and community clubs.
Flights at Adelaide Airport were disrupted this morning after a pursuit and carjacking in the western suburbs. Just before 11 a.m, a red Suzuki was seen on the wrong side of Henley Beach Road and almost collided with a pedestrian. Soon after, the driver abandoned the vehicle and carjacked a woman of her grey Suzuki sedan before driving off along Tapley's Hill Road. Witness Jim has told 9 News she suffered minor injuries.
She was really scared. She was shaking and she was showing her hands as she got bruises.
Polair directed patrols to Fulham Gardens where they boxed the man in and arrested him. The 40-year-old of no fixed address will face numerous charges, including illegal use of a motor vehicle, robbery, acts to endanger life and dangerous driving to evade police. Flights at the airport were affected so Polair could safely manage the incident.
While federal police will conduct an internal review to determine how a service weapon was accidentally fired during an arrest at Sydney Airport, a 41-year-old Victorian man's been charged over a disturbance at the domestic terminal this morning. The AFP gun went off as he was tackled to the ground by bystanders. Federal Environment Minister Murray Watt has been accused of staging a PR trip to SA as pressure mounts to declare the algal bloom a natural disaster. He again maintained natural disasters are things like floods, cyclones and fires, and this is a different kind of event. State Liberal leader Vincent Tarzia says it's embarrassing.
Labor seems to be more about saving face than actually saving the environment. The Prime Minister is quick to announce that he's coming here next week. Well, that's one thing, but it seems to be 5 months after the actual emergency has started. Labor has been completely asleep at the wheel here. What they need to do is they need to declare it as the national emergency that it is.
Federal opposition leader Susan Lee was also in town today visiting affected communities like Ardrossan. The Prime Minister says legislating a 4-day working week is not something the government's considering. Unions have put the issue on the table ahead of next week's economic roundtable in Canberra. The ACTU believes people should be able to work 4 days but not lose pay. Anthony Albanese says the organisation's entitled to put its view forward, but that doesn't mean it'll become policy.
I wouldn't mind a 6-day and 23-hour work week myself rather than 24/7. The ACTU, of course, is entitled to put forward whatever ideas it likes, but that doesn't mean, as I've said, that it's government policy because someone put forward an idea.
The boss of the Commonwealth Bank says competition in the sector is healthy as the lender delivers a record profit. The CBA has posted full-year earnings of $10.25 billion. The company's values skyrocketed, opening a yawning gap between itself and its three main rivals. But Commonwealth Chief Executive Matt Commons says competition is fierce.
The level of competition in Australian banking has never been higher. You need banks to be able to be strong through any economic cycle so that they don't become a liability for the taxpayer. And I think the Australian banking system is well designed. We've got a lot of flexibility and strength.
Terrorist group Hamas has praised Australia's courage for recognising a Palestinian state. Anthony Albanese maintains recognition of Palestine can only happen without the involvement of Hamas. But Shadow Foreign Minister Michaelia Cash says the government's mismanaged the issue.
Quite frankly, Mr Albanese should hang his head in shame. I never thought that I would live in a country, Australia, where you now have a terrorist leader praising a Labor Prime Minister for a decision that he has made.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Meet Crows Ben Keys and Port's Alira at Sportscard World's Trade Day this Sunday at Regent Arcade.
St Kilda coach Ross Lyon insists he's never spoken to West Coast star Harley Reid. Despite being contracted for next year, a number of clubs are trying to lure the 20-year-old back to Victoria. The Saints coach says reports about a $25 million deal are false.
I've never spoken to Harley Reid.
What about the list management team? Are you flat out denying that report as a club?
What? I don't even know the report, because I tell you what I don't do. I don't get my phone and go, get on the X and listen to garbage being reported with no rigour.
While Nazaya Wanganeen-Miller still hasn't re-signed with the Saints, but Port Adelaide coach Ken Hinkley wouldn't be drawn on whether that means he's likely to end up at Port.
From my point of view, I get to bail out on this question. I don't know. You know, history would tell you that long-term, late in the season, those decisions do seem to go a certain way, but I'm not going to make any prediction on any of that because I have no information and I can't help you in any way to predict the outcome of that.
Well, the Crows are hitting the training track at Adelaide Oval for an open session. They'll face Collingwood without defender Rory Laird after his one-match ban was upheld by the AFL Tribunal, but should regain Taylor Walker. And Scott Boland says he's ready to go for the first test with the first ball of this summer's Ashes series only 100 days away. He took a hat-trick during the recent tour of the West Indies. Boland says England's baseball tactics hold no fear for the Aussie bowlers.
Generally over there the wickets have been a bit flatter, and then when you come to Australia, certainly the last 3 or 4 years they've been bowler-friendly.
Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, Customise your build with Sterling Homes.
G'day there, it's Stir to break down the Southern Expressway in Maureen Road, still causing quite big delays heading outbound. Oakton Urgent Gasworks also causing delays, Grand Junction Road near Sutholtz Road, and a breakdown to look out for the West Hindmarsh at the bottom of the North-South motorway just near the exit ramp. Coming this afternoon, Bradley Grove at Mitchell Park too. Drive away in the latest Sprinter van from 69,900 and take your business to the next level with Mercedes-Benz Unley vans. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Cleared tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, heading for 20. Showers on Friday, 16, and a shower or two for Saturday, 14. At the moment, 13. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
In your suburb.
Good evening from Port Noarlunga.
Across your state.
A sombre scene here in Bordertown tonight.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
South Australian parents urged to be extra vigilant.
Because your home is our home. Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Each year, over 2,000 Australians are diagnosed with a rare lung disease called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. That's why CMAX Clinical Research is conducting a clinical trial to investigate a new potential treatment. If you're aged between 18 and 60 and generally healthy, you might be eligible to participate. Spend 4 nights at CMAX, attend 2 follow-up visits and get paid for your time. Ready to make a meaningful impact for medical research? Apply today at cmax.com.au.
When you call on LAM to fit you out with solar, aircon or general electrical maintenance, here's what you can expect. A bunch of local, South Aussie Sparkies who care about finding the best solution for your home. They're dead honest and they don't do the hard sales thing. So if you're thinking about solar, aircon or you just need a Sparky, search for LAM. LAMM. LAM Solar. Get a free quote today.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
At 8 minutes after 5 on this Wednesday night, so much still coming up on the show. Where are they now at 5:30? Always a favourite, with a member of Collingwood's team of the century. So that is coming up. We'll speak to Karen Mitchell, the new coach of Adelaide Lightning. There's a lot to go through with their rebrand that's just come out this week. And tickets to the sold-out Crows Collingwood game on Saturday night at Adelaide Oval. It could be the biggest game of the year for all we know, so you'll want to be in for a chance to win those before 6 o'clock. You can watch the show live on the Wavell Hyundai live stream or on Facebook and YouTube as we speak. But right now, let's welcome in our next guest. All thanks to Statesman Windows, Adelaide's most trusted boutique window company, SA family owned and operated since 1980.
Bartel checks on it brilliantly. He can do it all, James Bartel. He's my Bravo man.
Jimmy Bartel
On the 5AA Sports Show.
Yes, the one man that sometimes just keeps it real. Makes sense, this bloke, doesn't he? Thanks to Statesman Windows. Jimmy, welcome.
That's the best intro I've ever had. I'll run with that one.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
He is a statesman.
I think I stole that off of Sam Kakovich. It makes sense. You know, it makes sense. Hey, Dylan Shield got the 1-game ban, and Rory Laird also copped the week as well.
Yeah, look, just starting with the school desk there, Rory Laird, it was worth arguing. You've got to challenge it, you've got to test it, because you've got a big game coming up, and it's so difficult to get off at the tribunal because we have all this mumbo-jumbo, which I think I've raised with you guys. If that's where we want to head and tie ourselves in knots and say, if you didn't know, you should have known, and if you did know and you didn't know, and then you should probably know someone who did know, all that sort of stuff that they love to crap on about, well, it's pretty hard to get off. So it's almost like a kangaroo court, but you throw it at the stumps and you hope you hit. So a bit unlucky for Rory Laird because you'd like to see him out there against the Pies this week. But on the Dylan Shield one, just going back to my point, we just wasted $10,000 to $20,000 of lawyers and then deliberating and things like that. People go, you've got to do the legal process. No, you're the world governing body of the sport. If something looks average, just punish it. No, the whole argument, and it's not Essendon's fault. They're doing their best to get their man off, but he wasn't going for the mark. It was a dangerous act. It looked average, and I think everyone agrees you should have a week for that, and it can be as simple as that. So sometimes there's too many layers, and it's gotten way out of hand at the moment with all this tribunal stuff.
Do you see maybe a Tom Harley or a Greg Swan interfering in that area?
Well, I hope so, but it all depends how much they'll be allowed to do. So, whenever you go into a big organisation, people are on a pretty good wicket, and they like, where they sit in the office and where their car park is and how they get their coffee. Yeah. When people come in, they get a little bit nervous and jumpy and protect their own patch. So hopefully the roles that they've been described as coming in on or they're briefed to do, hopefully they're allowed to do them.
I just think it opens a can of worms, Jimmy. Neither player showed enough prudency. That was said for both of them. In the respect of the laws of Australian football state that a player owes a duty of care to all other players, not just their opponents. That was an AFL statement. Where's this going to stop?
Well, I don't know, because this is the thing I'd probably highlight weekly with you. No one's been willing to put their face in front of a microphone and actually be brave enough and say, well, we're custodians of the game. That's actually what you're doing at AFL House. Your brief is to steer the game, to look after it, to protect it, to make it thrive, send it into the future, make it the strongest code of anything in the world. That's what you are charged to do. That's why it's set up. But no one's brave enough to actually talk into a microphone and go, this is the direction we're going. We'll just frustrate the life out of you and give you tribunal decisions, rule changes, fixturing changes, but no one will own it. So I'm with you on that point. But also, it can be a lot simpler than anything. It's not rocket science we're talking about. We shoved him pretty averagely into a contest and make him cannon into someone. We're lucky Luau didn't break his neck. So that probably just deserves a week, and hopefully that tells other players don't do it.
Let's talk footy, Jimmy. That's what we like doing. The Crows, did they get a slap in the face? Did they get out of jail card free? Or were West Coast pressure that good that they would have beaten teams equivalent or worse? I mean, they were very, very good, West Coast. Yeah, they were very good, West Coast, and their pressure and some of the stuff that's showing up. I know it's not showing up as wins, but he's got them playing a front-half game, a front-half press, and some of the numbers there, Minnie McQualter's got them doing, high turnovers in the front half. They just don't have the experiential connection yet to punish you, and they started to a bit against the Crows. And look, as much as you yell and scream as a coach over the whole entire season, you've got to be up. Every game's important. It's difficult to have those motivation levels, but they got by on pure talent. You think Dawson, Phil Thorpe after he copped it in the head, and that man we all love watching, of course, Isaac Rankin. So they got by on talent. But the good thing is you can have the slap in the face after a win. It's a pretty good place to be. That's exactly right. To have match winners in your team is nice to have in the back pocket coming into September. Collingwood cooked, put a fork in them, lost 4 of their last 5. They don't look anything like the team they used to be. Is this make or break for them? I guess if they win, they can announce themselves again back as premiership contenders. If they lose, they can drop out the 8, Jimmy. Yeah, I can't see them dropping out the 8 because they played Melbourne in the last game, and Melbourne already had that dead cat bounce from a sack coach, and they didn't win against the Dogs. So I don't know if they can pull that trick off a couple of weeks. The whole point of being the world's oldest side, as we keep hearing, and have experience is it means you don't lose your head. So why would you keep a very experienced side and then lose your head when things get a little bit tough? So lean into the experience. Scott Pendlebury's played at 5,000 games, Steele side bottom 4,000. They've all played over 1,000 games. I'm being silly, but you get the point I make. I think what they need to do is just, they've either got to identify, is it personnel or structure? Now, they've tried different personnel. They've tried to get games back into the goey, Bobby Hill being in and out of the side, mixed around about the second back being Frampton and Dean. You can do that when you're 10 points clear. Yep, they've dropped some games. Now they're back to the pack. But the other thing is structure. So, if I'm Collingwood, I'm probably looking at bringing someone like a Chris or a Pendlebury into that sweeper role. So when you watch a lot of footage of Collingwood, if you were to draw a line down the middle of the contest or a centre bounce or a stoppage, the opposition, if they can get the ball onto their forward side, they get really good looks because Collingwood gets past the ball. They're very proactive. You think Hawthorn, it was Ward coming out through the centre bounce and he's hitting up Lewis and Chol. You look at the Crows when they got on top, they got out forward side of the contest. So the personnel to get the job done or put some structural pieces in place to protect yourself a bit. Haven't heard that before. Melbourne had a dead cat bounce. I've only just got it. I know when you drop a dead cat, they don't bounce because they're rock solid. Yeah, loved it, Jimmy. Loved it.
Very good. Jimmy, a lot of scuttlebutt starts to fly around this time of year. I know Ross Lyon wasn't that pleased with the rumours around his players all lining up to leave, like Wilkie and Marshall and the like. And then there was some rumours about a couple of Port people, Ken Hinkley and Chris Davies being linked to Carlton, and even your name linked to the Carlton footy boss job.
Well,
so
hello.
What's real, what's not real, and do we just keep our head down until we hear something that's solid?
All right, well, let's work our way through them. I felt like even Ross Lyon on Footy Classified last night and the denial, it felt like he was just playing a bit of semantics, really. Like the follow-up question was, maybe you didn't speak to Harley Reid's management, but someone might have. And that's what frustrates fans. I guess, a lot of the stuff does go on, but you've got to deny it as a footy club because you're trying to protect relationships already in your own building. What I've been saying all year about the Saints is just make sure you take care of the ones that are inside your building, because if I'm a player who wants to come to the Saints, I want to play with Wilkie and Naz and Winhager and all these rising stars. They've got a really good crop, the Saints, of about 10 to 12 rising guns in the competition, hitting that 22 to 23 age bracket. Filippo, Owens, you can keep listening, Boxall, rising star, of course, Garcia. Like, that's what you want to come play with, because you think, well, get another 25, 50 games, we're going to be a perennial top 8 challenger, top 4 challenger. But there's no point coming in if they're all going. So take care of the ones in your own building. And, of course, if you're going to hear offers of, true or not, Harley Reid, TDK, Lecalia, well, if you're a rival club, they can do math. They go, well, if you're going to do all that, a couple are going to drop out. And that's what happens. They start to swoop on players. And you go, well, hang on. If Del Wilkie's getting paid less than a defender you're bringing in, we can maybe turn his head. So that's the first bit. Port Adelaide, Kenny Hinkley will be an attractive proposition now that there's been a rise in the soft cap, because you can put those football directors in as a role. Chris Davies, I mean this totally respectfully, and hopefully it doesn't get the tone misquoted or misinterpreted. He gets his name floated for everything. I want to be part of his PR campaign. And I think that's a sign of respect he has in the game. But he's either going to take one or or he's not taking any of them. The fact is, every time there is a job going in AFL, I reckon within a week, Chris Davies is the lead candidate. So I tip my cap to him. That's the respect he has in the AFL world. And what was the last one? Me going to Carlton?
Yeah.
I've been to Carlton, Lygon Street. I've eaten pasta there. It's beautiful, but
no approaches.
No approaches. No approaches.
Okay. Do you want them to approach you?
I'd love to talk to Graham Wright, full stop, because who wouldn't want to talk to Graham Wright about footy? You have a look at the success he's had, the reputation he's got. Like, everyone is sitting back, and he's been pretty damn good when he's gone to Carlton, because we haven't heard a whisper out of Carlton of what he's going to do, and we only hear once it's been done. So, speaking of impressive, you can't get more impressive than him.
Yeah, well, let's get Jimmy with bloody old Roddy. Hey, the dog, the big dog, the big Snoop Dogg, the misogynistic, drug-taking criminal. How hypocritical is this? The dog is playing grand final day, Jimmy, and you've been there.
Yeah, I have been to grand final day, and I was part of the great meatloaf when he absolutely loafed it. Interesting choice from the AFL from a purely musical point of view. During the daytime, Snoopy tends to do collaboration, so it'll be more who he's singing with, isn't it? Like, I don't think Snoop's carried too many songs on his own, has he? He's always had someone singing along with him, or all the good hits. Yeah, so interesting just from a music point of view, and
the look's not good, is it?
Nothing there.
Yeah, a lot of people
look
are
of
saying
it's not good.
It's a little bit hypocritical from the AFL's point of view.
I think the AFL does that well, don't they?
The big dog. Hey, just one last one. Nat Fyfe, the modern-day superstar, has retired.
Absolute champ. He hasn't had his body stand up in the last couple of years, which is a bit disappointing. But, if you only remember Nat Fyfe from the last couple of years, jump on YouTube and have a look at some of his highlights. Like, I remember playing against him in one of his very, very early games and walking off with Cat's teammates. He's going to be some player. Like, he was sitting on heads. His overhead marking as a midfielder was ridiculous. Like, remember when Nat Fyfe was flying? He was like a key position player roaming around the ground, but he was taking all the stoppages and contested work. So It's been an absolute star of the game, and I think probably for people there in South Australia, all remember the game where he went head-to-head with Danger in an absolute classic.
Yeah. Jimmy, as always, great to chat, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Jimmy. And it's all thanks to Statesman Windows, Adelaide's boutique window company, trusted by the best builders in Adelaide. And just like Jimmy, they are elite, consistently delivering at the highest level. You need the best windows? See Statesman Windows.
21 after 5. Here's your traffic.
Afternoon to Cumberland Park, got a crash causing quite big delays at the moment. Goodwood Road near Edward Street, big delays heading outbound. Stirred breakdown also causing delays. Southern Expressway near Marion Road and Oakton. Urgent Gasworks slowing things up. That's Grand Junction Road near Sutholts Road, the Savo. Getting busy South Road at Glandore for those ongoing works just near the old tram overpass, and a camera Bradley Grove Mitchell Park tonight. It's the everyday moments that matter most when your child is ill or injured. You can help family life carry on at Ronald McDonald House. Donate today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Are you ready to go?
It's showtime!
It's time for the Royal Adelaide Show, and it's time to celebrate our state, our people and our produce. 5AA wants to get you and the family to the Royal Show to enjoy everything it has to offer, from rides, animals, wood chopping, Dagwood dogs and, of course, the fireworks. Keep listening to 5AA all across the day for your chance to win the hottest tickets in town. The Royal Adelaide Show, presented by Drake's. Get your tickets at theshow.com.au and Drake's Supermarkets.
Get a Toyota forklift.
Deliver more with Toyota, the world's #1 forklift brand. Choose from a great range including pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts, right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options. Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Get a Toyota forklift.
Hello, darlings. Celebrate the festive season in style at this year's Cabaret Christmas at Adelaide Convention Centre. A spectacular lineup of show-stopping entertainment with Adelaide's hottest party bands and, best of all, me, Hans, your MC. So gather your workmates or your friends as we toast the season with an all-inclusive 3-course dinner package. Don't miss Cabaret Christmas. Book now via the Adelaide Convention Centre website.
Now, if you need to move from A to B to C this winter, we've been saying this all year, your best move is hiring from Budget Car and Truck Rental.
Correct. To get you started, they'll give you the boxes, they'll give you the tape for the storage, they'll give you the covers to make sure everything's in pristine condition. Budget has you sorted.
We've rung them. 29th, in we go, 88 O'Connell, Budget. We've got 2 of them.
Wow, there you
Boom.
go.
Do you want to drive one of them, Timmy?
Love to.
No,
Yeah.
you won't. Well, no one likes moving, do they? It's like asking someone to paint.
It's a difficult job.
But here it is. Budget
Especially
Car
on
and
your
Truck
back.
Rental make it easy. They got the perfect set of wheels at Budget. Big cars, small cars, moving vans, trucks available on a standard driver's licence, plus utes and hybrids, trailers, 12 to 25 seat buses and more. Their fleet is young.
You know what you need, and this is the secret when you do this, is make sure you've got that plate that goes down.
It's called a tailgate.
And
up and down. Yeah.
That.
Exactly.
Make sure you get that. That is the best thing you can get on a budget car and truck.
They've got all of them. The hardest thing with that is not falling off when you got the fridge on the trolley.
Yeah. Look,
and then it landing on you.
Once you've chosen the correct vehicle, and that's the one I like, they'll give you everything else to make your move go smooth.
Yeah, job done easy with Budget. Look, it's family-owned business. People don't get that. This is a blue-chip brand that's owned by a South Australian business. They got the greatest staff, so friendly, very, very knowledgeable, and multiple locations across the state.
They are everywhere. Got something big to budget with a budget rental truck. Call 13 27 27.
G'day, it's Ben from BJ Energy. Lately I've had a lot of people asking about the federal battery rebate, what it is, how it works, and whether they're eligible. At BJ Energy, we've done the homework. Our job is to help you make the most of the rebate while it's still around. So if you're thinking about solar or a home battery, or just have any questions about the federal battery rebate, it's easy to get in touch with us. No sales pitch, just straight answers. Visit bjenergy.com.au. That's bjenergy.com.au.
Things are heating up at Adelaide's largest selection of fireplaces, the home of fire. Get up to 50% off wood, gas and electric heating and check out their outdoor kitchens.
Home of fire for all your flaming needs.
The home of fire, 126 McGill Road, Norwood.
Margie loves it when people comment on her garden.
I love your roses, Margie.
As a keen gardener for many years, it fills her heart with pride and joy.
Ah, just stunning, Margie.
And at Anglicare SA, it warms our hearts to let Margie take all the credit. Anglicare SA's home and community services for seniors can be tailored to anything you need, whether it's personal care, shopping, coordination and clinical services, or gardening. For more, visit anglicaresa.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
He's told some of his teammates, look, if I left, and that's an if, I'd go to Adelaide. And they're like, hang on, what about your best mates in Jace Burgoyne and Jason Horne-Francis? And he said, well, it's a small enough town. If I was to go, I'd win a flag. I'd try and get to Adelaide.
That's John Ralph on Fox Footy about Nasiah Wanganeen-Millera.
That's massive.
Wow. Interesting report coming out there. Before we do Where Are They Now at 5:30, tell us what you think about that.
Crows have got Nasiah. Oh, we'll win the next 4. Timmy, you like that one?
Dear.
Timmy, we've got him.
Yes. No, that is concrete evidence right there.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
you guys will
Can't wait for that,
double thumbs up. God, could that be true?
What context was that in? That sounded like he was doing a bit of a muck around story.
Oh, I don't know.
We
Yeah.
did say it. And what have you said about Ralphie?
Well, normally he's pretty
good.
I just that's why I asked about the content, because he was talking as if he was in a conversation and he was Nasiah. So,
But it is true. Like, if you're coming home, you're coming home. You can play with those lads.
Yep.
Just not playing with them on the weekend. He's clearly thinking that Crows are more in the premiership window than Port. Port are on the...
Mate, the only window is the window you're in right now. So don't worry about what's happening today, mate. You just worry about what happens on the day.
Hey.
Because we've seen it before.
Who'd you rather
Rick.
be right now,
G'day,
Timmy?
Rick.
G'day.
Hey, Rick.
G'day, boys. My call results from the fella that rang before 5 talking about Melbourne media.
Uh-huh.
When Hawthorn play Adelaide, in Adelaide, who's the interstate side?
Hawthorn.
I'm sick. Well, exactly. I'm sick of Jason Dunstall talking about when Adelaide play interstate sides. I didn't think there were any interstate sides anymore. But he persists in calling non-Melbourne sides interstate sides. And I think until that stops, we're not a true national code.
Yeah, Rick, I reckon I'm a perpetrator of that as far as calling, I reckon, other people interstate sides as well. So you're right, we're all just part of the one competition, Rick.
Well, it's Melbourne and Melbourne and non-Melbourne. Is that better?
Well,
we're just part of the thing. It's just
we're part of the
I can
competition.
understand he's older and he's just used to and we're all newcomers to the competition. But I mean, we've been in a long time now, so we're not interstate sides.
Yeah,
we are part of the national code.
It's an AFL competition, and they're just all clubs in the AFL.
Well, there's 10 Melbourne clubs.
Yeah, it's a good point,
8
Rick.
in the minority.
Yeah.
Outside of the state, so you can see
No, it's a
why
good
they
point.
still say it.
No, but if Hawthorn's playing here, they're the interstate team.
Of course they are.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, no,
That-
you're
I think that's
in
what
that
he's saying, and that's
perspective,
spot
yeah.
on.
Yeah, you just got to get it
Spot on.
right wherever you
That's
are.
exactly right.
Yeah, so if we go up to Brisbane, we're the interstate team.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And we're all just one happy club.
Well, we're not. It's
one happy AFL.
It's the VFL, and I've been told for years I've got a little small man syndrome chip on my shoulder about the Victorians. No, I don't. I just dislike them immensely, and the comp and what they run. I'm with Macca. I'd say no. If they rang me, I'd say no. They're never going to ring me, so it's easy to say no.
5:30 headlines are coming up. We're going to speak to someone from interstate. He is our Where Are They Now next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. The Federal Environment Minister has been accused of being asleep at the wheel over the algal bloom crisis. Terror group Hamas has praised Australia's courage for recognising an independent Palestinian state. An accused dog napper has made a bizarre appearance in court, and the Crows are training at Adelaide Oval ahead of their clash with Collingwood. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Afternoon at Cumberland Park, a crash, Goodwood Road near Edwards. Quite heavy delays through there on the drive home. Stirred a breakdown also causing delays. This one's on the Southern Expressway near Maureen Road. And urgent gas works to look out for tonight at Oakton, Grand Junction Road near Sutholts Road. That's also pretty slow going. Cameras Crossroad, Clarence Park and East Parkway at Kernlight Gardens, Savo. Japan airfares are on sale at Flight Centre. Flying to Osaka and out of Tokyo from $1,089 return. Hurry, these red-hot flights won't last. Book now at Flight Centre. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clear tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 20, at the moment 13. More news at 6 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
When you start taking a small child to playgrounds as a middle-aged bloke,
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
the side eyes you start getting from everyone.
I'm with you.
It's palpable.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
I got questioned at a Westfield the other day by security.
5AA Breakfast.
Well, mate, if it was Westfield, West Lakes, what you should do there to avoid the attention of security is shoplift.
Well, yeah.
Because then they'll just stand there watching.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of low-K demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
Whatever you cook, from a toasty to a three-course meal. Whatever you bake, from a sponge cake to a sourdough. Whoever you entertain, a partner, friends or family. Shop at the new Kitchen Warehouse store on Paynham Road, open now. Our second South Australian store features big brands like Le Creuset, KitchenAid, Magimix, Scanpan and Smeg, plus expert advice from our team. Visit the new Paynham store today or shop at kitchenwarehouse.com.au.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Willington. Understaffing in our hospitals is harming you and me. We urgently need a workforce plan to identify the right number of doctors for each of our hospitals and health services. And we need fair wages and conditions to attract and keep doctors so you can access care when you need it. Help make our health system safer for you and safer for me. Visit safermedicalstaffing.com.au. Authorised by Dr. Laura Willington, President, South Australian Salaried Medical Officers Association, Adelaide.
For 125 years, Calvary has walked beside South Australians through life's most personal moments with quiet strength, deep compassion and unwavering care. Whether it's lending a hand at home or in hospital or providing comfort in later years, Calvary's people bring heart to every interaction. In every home, in every story, Calvary continues to be a steady, reassuring presence, a legacy of care shaped by those we serve. Calvary, celebrating 125 years of caring for the South Australian community.
When it comes to flooring, you've got the world at your feet at Floorworld. Floorworld has serious purchasing power, keeping prices low on a huge range of flooring options. There's wool and synthetic carpets, engineered timber flooring, laminate, hybrid and vinyl flooring, even plantation shutters and blinds. Visit one of our 4 locations at Jebbs Cross Homemaker HQ, 1027 Port Road, Cheltenham, 60 The Parade in Norwood and Manopara Shopping Centre HQ. Plus, mention this ad for 15% off.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
At 25 minutes to 6, we are enjoying your calls. Keep them coming in, 8223 0000. We have your opportunity to win tickets to the sold-out Crows-Collingwood game on Saturday night. It's a massive blockbuster. You want to be there, so stick around, stay listening. Your chance to win very, very soon. But right now, it's time to do Where Are They Now? All thanks to Walco, who are at the centre of SA's biggest cover-up with their incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover.
The 5AA Sports Show's Where Are They Now? Past legends, past glories.
Yeah, well, a legend of the VFL in the 60s and 70s played 251 games, kicked 317 goals in the competition, played for Victoria, was the best and fairest. And all of this started in a little place called Ross Creek in Victoria, just out of Ballarat. And he was one of 9 children and a twin. Can you believe it? Des Tottenham, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Des.
Mate, I only found that out today, that you were a twin. Wow. And such a big family. Was it 7 boys, 2 girls?
Yeah, that's right. On a farm. We had a farm just out of Ballarat. It was a wonderful life, wonderful upbringing. Yeah, it was beautiful mum, beautiful dad.
Oh, mate, and you had plenty of teammates to play with and against, no doubt, growing up.
Yeah, and the Sunday, we used to go to mass, and then we'd have a usual roast on the farm, and then the 7 boys would go down and put up goalposts, and we'd have a game.
What number were you, Des?
I was second last.
Okay, so you had to bat above your weight all the time. No wonder you were tough.
Oh, well, I had to try and beat my big brothers. I came back one day and I said to Mum, these guys are not strong enough for me.
Oh, wow. So how'd you end up at Collingwood?
I played for the YCW in Ballarat.
Yep.
And I played country league cricket. And we played a game at Collingwood, and, of course, South Melbourne would chase me, Carlton would chase me, and they were coming to the ground that day, and Jack Burns, they got the idea that this guy must play football, so they invited me up to the club after the game, and then I met Ray Gavlich and my idol and Murray Wiedemann.
Wow. The rest is history. Back in the day, and we're not quite as old as you, but we're nearly north of 60, it was cricket in the summer and footy in the winter. Now, we heard you were a pretty speedy bowler. Could you have been a decent cricketer, Des?
I was okay, a great friend of mine, Rex Holyoake, he opened the bowling one end, and he got 8 for 80, and I got none for 300.
well, that answers that. You're a trundler. I'm glad you played footy, Des.
Gee, you were a strong, fierce competitor, Des, in an era where you had to be, the 60s and 70s. Those early years when you got to Collingwood, who looked after you?
When I came to Collingwood, I played my first practice game on Bill Sarong in the 3 o'clock practice game, and Ponce Kine, of course, was coached then. But I don't think anyone looked after me. The first 2 years, I'd travel back and forth from Ballarat, So,
right.
You had to make your own way, play in the reserves. I think I played 5 games in reserves, and got a game at Geelong on the bench, and didn't get a run, and then came back and played Carlton, which was my grave enemy.
Yeah, of course. Fierce rivals.
The reason why, just go quickly, but Ken Hands came to my farm, and on the farm, of course, we never had new footballs.
Mm.
And he had 6 brand new footballs in the boot of the car, and I said, Ken, if you give me those footballs, I'll sign for Carlton.
Wow.
And he said, no, they're for training tomorrow night.
Oh, he missed out.
And I missed out on the football.
Yeah. Who took a shine to you as far as a coach goes and then said, rightio, Des, you're my man?
Oh, I think Bob Rose.
Yeah, rightio.
Bob Rose was terrific to me. I was always... I gave up cricket and took on foot running to play football to get better and fitter, but Bob Rose, he backed me in, all the way through, I played half forward, but I wasn't half forward. I could go where I wanted to go,
Yeah.
So I was a half forward playing anywhere, played midfield, play anywhere, But Bobby Rose stuck with me and made me captain. He was tremendous, Bob Rose.
Mm. Well, your second year you won the Copeland. Your record's unbelievable in those first 8. And after 4 years, captain of Blimmin' Collingwood, Des. He must have loved you. But you must have been a born leader, were you?
Well, yeah, I think I wanted to be the best, Like I wasn't a good mark overhead or whatever, so I had to work hard. I had to train hard and do my weights and get a bit fitter than anyone else. And and I loved it. I loved the game. It didn't matter about And probably a leader. I was always want to be the best and bring other players into it. I was a good team player too.
Yeah. Well, you've always been described as, being very strong. You were always desperate super courageous. You just had a fierce will to win. You go to that 1966 second semi-final. It's legendary for Collingwood people. Des, you were just inspirational. Is that one of the great moments in games? You kicked 4 up to, I think, three-quarter time, then 3 after three-quarter time to win the game. And fancy being chaired off at the end of a semi-final, Des.
I wish we would win it 2 weeks later.
Yeah, the infamous pie.
We were very close, Yeah, of course, that was a wonderful feeling, to play so well and for the team, Well, I wanted it. Yeah, underneath it all, it's a team game. It's not an individual game. And Bobby Rose, I wanted to get one for Bobby. He's unlucky. In 64, I played in that and I kicked the ball to Gabbo when he did that run.
Yeah.
So, and Davey Norman and Mickey Bone, they should never change. But we were so unlucky. Bobby was, I don't know what he run over a darn cat or something, but he was that unlucky over, Yeah, but yeah, sure. 1966 was. Had we won the premiership, would have been fantastic.
Bugger. 1970, did you knock out your teammate Peter McKenna? You'd get 6 weeks for that now, Des.
Yeah, well, I went for Kevin Hall. I probably shouldn't have because he was killing Kevin Hall. But even at half time, Peter had kicked four I think 5 goals 4. So normally it was 8-1,
Yeah,
So we probably should have been a lot more goals in front. But, we can talk about the past and it doesn't mean, even in business, I'd say, you can talk about the past, but it's Bob Johnson used to say to me, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, and we enjoy today.
Yeah, it's
like
spot
that.
on. Yeah,
I like
today's a gift. That's why they call it the present. That game, though, I saw the documentary that they made about the 1970 grand final was so intriguing watching it, and I think you were interviewed on the documentary as well, Des, and just the. They talked about the comeback from Carlton's point of view, that they started to handball and run and the like there, but it was really a game of 2 halves. I mean, like you said, you probably should have been further in front at half time. You're 10-13 to 4-5, but they kick 13 goals to 4 in the second half, so they really did dominate the second half, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, you're 100% right. It was 2 halves. Like they say about, they say it was Hopkins, but when you look at the replay, and I only watched it once, but they collectively all put in and got the ball going. So I agree with you. It was 2 halves, and we should have probably nailed them, but we didn't that first half.
You mentioned about you love being fit and the like. I heard your conversations with Cornsey over here. Is it true you like to do your sit-ups every day and you do some boxing still and go for a bit of a jog down the beach? How many sit-ups do you do a day?
Every morning, I do. I'll do 400. I'm incline board and
400.
non-stop.
Wow.
And then I go down the beach and have a run and a swim, and then I go to the gym probably 3 or 4 nights doing the boxing. Yeah.
He's 82.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's outstanding.
Do you washing on those washboard abs of yours? Do you, Des? Still? Hey, Des, you went on strike with Lenny Thompson, a great mate of yours, over the pay.
Yeah.
Would you have done that all again now that you know what you know? Because it cost you the captaincy, didn't it?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't. I got to be honest with you. You're 100%. That's a good question. I had a football manager. There was a solicitor, John Allen, but he turned out not much good. But when I'm saying, I wouldn't have done it. I would have hung back and stuck there. And I think, and as the wheels turned, I no doubt I would have been coaching Collingwood. And I was very unlucky not to coach Collingwood. If Galvelli wins the election in 1969, which I campaigned for, he was going to make me play and coach in 1970.
Wow.
Wow. And we only missed by 5 votes. And Frank Galvelli. So that would have been the turning point of Collingwood because we were never fit.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And you would have got them fit, but then you went and captain coached Essendon.
The Bombers, yeah.
72 to 75.
What was that like?
Was that memorable for you?
Yeah, it was. It was because the good part about it, I went there and... Tommy made me. I was captain Victoria in 71, but through with Tommy Hopey, thank goodness. And a little story with Tommy. Jim Crow was our chairman, selected the Collingwood, and he said to Hopey, "Who are we going to make captain of Victoria?" And he said, "I'll make Cuddy captain." He said, "But And Jim Crow said, he's not captain of our club. He said, that's how dumb you guys are.
Oh,
I read that.
Sensational. Was it a great...
Yeah, so then, of course, I blooded all the young players at Essendon, and I had a wonderful time at Essendon. They were a great club.
Yeah, what were some of the names in that era that you would have been coaching?
Oh, the Madden boys, Bowles.
Yeah.
We had Robin Close. Of course, you had Jeff Blesson.
Yeah.
We had some wonderful young players that came through. Kenny Roberts, Casson. So.
Wow.
Yeah, we had our women's league, and I went up there and probably signed up 10 players in 1 week up there. All the young ones, brought all the young players in. It was terrific.
The baby bombers were with you way before
you set them up, Tuds. You set them up.
Yeah. I say to Shooty, you should give me half your wages.
Yeah, you got him a few good players, didn't you, mate?
Yeah.
Was it a nice highlight for you to win a Copeland?
Oh, yeah, it was, it was terrific, in 65, and I was probably a bit unlucky. I got missed out on another 3 by half a vote and 1 vote, so I wasn't far away.
Yeah. And then finishing back at Collingwood, you're glad you would have done that, I reckon, Tuddy.
Yeah, that was good, Unfortunately, Murray Whedon was coach, Well, he used to tell the players to go and pair up the 3 of you.
What did he say? I missed that. What did he say?
He used to say, go and pair up the 3 of you.
Go on, pairs of 3s.
Oh, don't worry, Des. Timmy had 5 great gags yesterday on the show, and I missed all 5 of them. A bit slow to the dance lately.
No. But he was Murray was he unfortunately couldn't coach, but
okay.
And it was great to go back to Collingwood. And of course, Tommy came in there in 77, and he was terrific, Tommy. But I did my knee, but I would have loved to play under Tommy. He was great. He was just a beautiful coach, and a lovely man.
Did he make you captain of the Victorian team?
Yeah,
he did.
That was it. Yeah, that's right. Hey, just roll fast forward today. We never have time to do this. It's not like bloody Cornsy's conversations. It's a whole hour. The Magpies, no chance this weekend versus Adelaide. Tuddy, no chance. They're cooked. Put a fork in them.
Yeah, no, they got a chance. They travel well. They're a team, and you haven't beaten them. They haven't beaten us for a fair while, Collingwood. No, I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
They'll revamp. He's a good coach, this guy. He gets them motivated. But actually, this is a good test for Craig McRae as a coach.
100%.
Under pressure, like he's got to make them play. But Adelaide are playing terrific football. Don't worry about that. And then it's going to be a ripper game.
Oh, can't wait.
Can't wait to see it. Hey, Des, thank you very much for your time.
Des.
Love floating back for Where Are They Now? And you're an inspiration at 82, doing 400 sit-ups a day. I'll tell you what, I'm going to start tomorrow.
Don't count like that. I said I do 800. I said but I count 20, 40, 60, 80.
Yeah. hey, like counting sheep back on the farm.
Sensational. Thanks for your time, Des.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good man. Des Tottenham,
name.
Where Are They Now? Absolute champion of Collingwood, but also in that era of the 60s and 70s, and went on to coach Essendon as well as play. So an outstanding career. 251 games back in those days.
Oh.
That's a lot of seasons.
And he was fierce. A lot of texts along the same line. I'll read this one out from John. He even sounds like Bobby Rose. Did they all talk like that in those days?
Well, a little bit, yeah.
That is how they all talk.
Very true.
Oh, country lad, what a ripper.
Des Tottenham, of course, Collingwood legend. It's SA's biggest cover-up, Walco's mesh pool cover. It keeps leaves and debris out of your pool all year round because it's pulled, super taut, never sags. It looks great. Ask Walco about their mesh pool cover.
All right, you've waited long enough. As we heard just before, Crows and Collingwood playing on Saturday night. It's a massive game, and every Crows game is live and free on Channel 7 and 7 Plus too, so you can stop paying and start watching there. We've got a double pass right here on the FIVEAA Sports Show that we want to give away to you because it is a sellout. It's a massive game, probably the biggest home game for the Adelaide Crows of the season before finals. So if you want to win those tickets, call in now, 82230055. We have a very simple game that Rowey's going to play. He's got a whole host of clues ready to roll through.
I just threw them in the bin. I've got them out.
What? You can't throw out the clues. Which Premiership Crow am I is what we're going to play. So we'll roll through them straight after this break. We will do it after the break.
Hold. You want these tickets. The last ones in town.
Let's do this straight after we check traffic.
At Cumberland Park, a crash to look out for. Goodwood Road near Redwood Street, delays clearing. Sturt, residual delays clearing from that earlier breakdown on the Southern Expressway near Marion Road. Oakton Urgent Gasworks on Grand Junction Road near Sutholts Road. That's causing some pretty solid delays. I'd also say it's causing quite a few swear words on the way home too. And West Hyndemarsha breakdown. It's at the bottom of the north-south motorway near the exit ramp. That's not too bad for delays, so probably less swearing there. Got a camera to Wright Road, Ingle Farm. Start your journey with a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Save from $10,000 on select GLE models. Visit your nearest retailer today. Limited time only. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Back for another year. We'll be hitting the fairways for 5AA's All-Star Golf Day, and we want you to join us.
Join me, your favourite 5AA presenters and some sporting superstars for a great day out on Friday the 17th of October at the stunning Glenelg Golf Club.
Bookings include golf for four, on-course food and beverage package, 2-course lunch, an amazing guest speaker and much, much more. So book your group now at 5AA.com.au.
It's all thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel, official sponsor of 5AA's All-Star Golf Day.
Australia, the wait is over. AC/DC are back. Power up at the BP Adelaide Grand Final, Sunday, November 30. One of the world's greatest rock bands, AC/DC, with special guests Amel and the Sniffers. Limited premium concert viewing tickets into areas A and B still available. All tickets include access to the BP Adelaide Grand Final on Sunday. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here on 7 News. Crows fans scammed. An urgent warning about bogus finals tickets. Heartbreak at Henley as the feds jet in to tackle our algal bloom crisis. And could a 4-day working week soon become reality?
60 years ago, Neville Mannix began a small South Australian family business.
Ripping bloke. Used to deal with him, had plenty of time. We used to have great conversations, loved him. Today, Mannix Air Conditioning is still a family-run company now. It's got 3 children and 7 grandchildren now part of the team, which is fantastic. They also grown to 5 locations across Adelaide, so offering everything from tailored system design and installation to a huge range of cash and carry units, including spare parts.
I love family-owned businesses that started from humble beginnings. Their logo is red and blue.
Yeah.
Mannix.
From
Mannix
a humble man.
He is. Mannix always have and always will stock the best brands. It includes Fujitsu, Panasonic, Mitsubishi, Bonaire. They're way ahead of the game in solar too, installing over 5,000 solar and battery systems.
Because Mannix always buy in bulk, you'll always get the best price. And if there's ever an issue, their fast, friendly service department's got you covered.
That's it. After 60 years and over 100 state and national awards. Wow! It's no wonder Mannix is still the name South Aussies know and trust.
Hello, darlings. Celebrate the festive season in style at this year's Cabaret Christmas at Adelaide Convention Centre. A spectacular lineup of show-stopping entertainment with Adelaide's hottest party bands and, best of all, me, Hans, your MC. So gather your workmates or your friends as we toast the season with an all-inclusive 3-course dinner package. Don't miss Cabaret Christmas. Book now via the Adelaide Convention Centre website.
Interested in supporting skin disease research? CMAX Clinical Research is conducting a clinical trial involving an investigational treatment for atopic dermatitis. If you're aged 18 to 70 and generally healthy, you could be eligible to participate. Spend 3 nights at CMAX, attend multiple visits and get paid for your time and contribution. Don't miss this opportunity to help advance the future of healthcare. Register your interest today at cmax.com.au. That's cmax.com.au.
Get out there and give it heaps in the new Mazda BT50. Take on the toughest terrain and the biggest weekends in the top-of-the-range Mazda BT50 SP, now from $67,990 drive away. Or get the job done with the worksite-ready BT50 XT 4x4 dual-cab pickup, now from $54,990 drive away. Visit your local Mazda dealer and drive away today. T's and C's apply. See Mazda.com.au for details.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Naz Wanganeen Miller is a weird situation. So they're negotiating in good faith, and they think the fact that they are negotiating still, that he hasn't just put that deal off, is a positive sign. He's told some of his teammates, look, if I left, and that's an if, I'd go to Adelaide. And they're like, hang on, what about your best mates in Jace Burgoyne and Jason Horne-Francis? And he said, well, it's a small enough town. If I was to go, I'd win a flag. I'd try and get to Adelaide.
Bit of extra context there from what John Ralph was saying we heard earlier in the program.
What's that clip we play in the darts? Can you play that for this? You have to. That's a celebration. We got him.
Yeah.
Ralphie said we got him.
Well, we got a text again from John who he goes really hard at it. He goes hard at it. He says, say what you want to say. That he will go to Port, says John.
And last time there was a reporter that said Nasai was telling mates that they're going somewhere.
Yeah.
It turned up to be a sham, didn't it?
Anyway,
let's do this,
Let's do it. Come on.
All right. Every Crows game is live and free on 7 and 7 Plus. You got a chance to go to the sellout Collingwood Adelaide game.
Yeah, we got the tickets. They're in my hot little hand. Scott at Norwood, you ready? First clue?
Yes.
I was drafted in 1996. Scott?
Drafted in 1996.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm a premiership Crow. I was drafted in 1996. Quick.
Oh, geez.
There's about 40 of them. Just have a stab.
And they're playing right now?
No, we'll move on. Rob, I'm a premiership Crow. I was drafted in 1996. I was a Rising Star nomination in 1998.
Oh, gee. Aaron Keating.
Okay, incorrect. Premiership Crow drafted in 96. Rising Star in 98. The next clue is for Trevor. I was 6'2" or 187 centimetres.
Oh, that's the ruckman. No, Thompson.
No, incorrect. Chris, the next clue. I was a wingman, but more classed as a utility. That narrows it down.
So he's a premiership
Crow. Yeah.
Drafted in 96.
Rising
Played
Star
the
in
98 flag.
187 centimetres.
Matthew Roberts.
No.
I reckon he was about
wingman.
198. He wasn't a wingman. He played the 98 premiership. I'll give you that. The next clue for Lee. Lee, I was the youngest player in the 98 premiership team.
Is it Simon Goodwin?
No. Malcolm at Highbury. I was the youngest player in the grand final team. I was traded to Carlton for Chris Massey.
Andrew Eccles.
It is Andrew
Eccles is correct.
Malcolm. You got the tickets.
Andrew, get off. Malcolm, get off hands free. Can't hear you.
Did he play at Nord, Malcolm?
Yes.
I thought he did. All right, mate, stay on the line. You got those tickets. Every Crows game is live and free on 7 and 7 Plus. Stop paying. Start watching.
How good is that? So, big thanks to 7 for those tickets. Enjoy the night, Malcolm. It's going to be a massive game, a sellout at Adelaide Oval, Saturday night, 1 minute to 6.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
They said launching a ute in Australia was an uphill battle, and the new Kia Tasman wouldn't have it any other way. With 4x4 tech built for tough terrain, it's Kia's most Australian vehicle yet, featuring low-range gearing, ground view monitors, and auto-rear locking differential in select models. The Kia Tasman didn't reinvent the wheel, it just got dirty. The Kia Tasman, here now at your local Kia dealer.
Kia, movement that inspires. The SA Weekend Escapes travel voucher giveaway is back. That's right. SA Weekend Escapes is giving away $75 travel vouchers for your next winter getaway at over 20 hotels across South Australia. Think the Riverland, Port Lincoln, Kangaroo Island, or even a coastal stay at Glenelg. It's your voucher, your choice, your escape. So what are you waiting for? Visit saweekendescapes.com.au and grab your $75 travel voucher today. T's and C's apply.
Up-to-the-minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Clear tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 20. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig.
Sportal, South Australian sports hardware and software for elite and community clubs.
An elderly driver has died after a crash in the state's southeast this afternoon. A ute and a Holden sedan collided at the intersection of Carpenter Rocks Road and Dixon's Road around 20 k's west of Mount Gambier. The driver of the Holden sedan, a 94-year-old local woman, died at the scene. The driver of the ute, a 20-year-old woman from Mount Gambier, suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Major crash investigators are heading to the scene. The death is the 50th life lost on SA roads this year. A man's died in a workplace accident at Pomputa in the Murray Mallee this afternoon. The contractor, a 41-year-old man, died. Safe Work SA has been notified. Police are preparing a report for the coroner. A Victorian man will face court next month after a scuffle at Sydney Airport this morning. Madeline McNeil reports.
Workers in the domestic terminal called federal police early in the morning to report a man behaving suspiciously. It's alleged the 41-year-old became aggressive as officers tried to speak with him, and during his arrest, an AFP weapon was accidentally fired, sending part of the terminal into lockdown. He's facing 2 years behind bars if found guilty of resisting a Commonwealth official and a fine of more than $3,000 if convicted of creating a disturbance at an airport. He's been released on conditional bail to face court on the 1st of September.
A man's facing numerous charges after a pursuit and carjacking this morning, which saw flights at Adelaide Airport affected. Just before 11 a.m, a red Suzuki was seen on the wrong side of Henley Beach Road and almost collided with a pedestrian. Soon after, the driver abandoned the car and carjacked a woman of her grey Suzuki sedan before driving off down Tapley's Hill Road. The woman was not seriously hurt. Polair directed patrols on the ground to the man and he was arrested at Fulham Gardens. The 40-year-old of no fixed address has been charged with illegal use of a motor vehicle, robbery, acts to endanger life and dangerous driving to evade a police pursuit. Flights at the airport were affected so Polair could safely manage the incident. The Coalition says the government got it wrong when deciding to formally recognise the state of Palestine. Terror group Hamas is praising the diplomatic move and urging other countries to follow Australia's lead. The opposition's promising to reverse the decision if it wins the next federal election. Liberal leader Susan Lee says it's not too late for the government to change course.
Prime Minister, if you've got a listed terrorist organisation cheering on your foreign policy, it might be time to admit that you got it wrong.
A woman accused of stealing a beloved family dog has made a bizarre first appearance in court. 53-year-old Bethany Hunt of Trinity Gardens is accused of dog napping Alfredo from his Payneham backyard in June. She sat in the dock of the Adelaide Magistrates Court with her face hidden beneath a face mask and then chose to stay inside the building afterwards to play Scrabble with friends. She's been charged with 1 count of dog theft and will reappear in court in September. Turning to 5AA Sport.
Meet Crows Ben Keys and Port's Alira Lear at Sportscard World's Trade Day this Sunday at Regent Arcade.
The Crows are training at Adelaide Oval tonight ahead of their clash with Collingwood on Saturday night. They'll have to replace Rory Laird, who's out suspended. Coach Matthew Nick says they have options.
Disappointed that we won't have Rory out there, but we've got to move on and we've got to set up now to play Saturday night and focus on who's going to step into that void, because he's been very good for us this year. But we've got guys that are ready to go in that spot, so we move on to what's next.
Well, Port will have to make some changes for their clash against Carlton on Saturday, with Jack Lukosius ruled out for the season. Coach Ken Hinkley says things haven't quite gone to plan for him.
It's been a challenging year. His first year back at Port, it hasn't been exactly the way he would have liked it to have gone, but there's some upside. And when he has played, I think in 3 games that he's been almost fit, we feel like we're a much better team. So that's the positive for Jack, and he knows that, and he understands this year's been a challenge. What I do know is he'll attack this off-season, and we look forward to what that will be next year.
It's 100 days until the first ball of this year's Ashes series in Perth, with Cricket Australia declaring it the biggest sporting event in Australia this year. 11 of 20 days are so far sold out, including the first day of the Boxing Day test. And Supercars legend Craig Lowndes will return in next season's Enduro races, driving a wildcard entry Camaro from Team 18. Lowndes says he's looking forward to help mentor the next generation of drivers.
I had Peter Brock as my mentor coming into this category way back in 94, 95 and 96. So for me, it is full circle now to have the career that I've had, but also now sharing that experience with that next generation.
Now I'm checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
At Oakden, urgent gasworks, Grand Junction Road near Sutholtz Road. West Hindmarsh, a breakdown at the bottom of the north-south motorway near the exit ramp. Super busy on Tapley's Hill Road at Glenelg North. Really slow Cross Road at the South Road intersection. And got cameras tonight. Cliff Street, Glengarry. That's a 50 zone. Look out for that. We've got one right now at Beveridge Road at Ingle Farm. Load up with the Porto's barbecue pulled chicken loaded chips. Hot chips laid with lemon and herb pulled chicken, topped with mayo and sauce, just $7.95, only at a Porto. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota forklift advantage. Visit toyotaMaterialHandling.com.au.
Clear tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 20. Showers on Friday down to 16, then a shower or two Saturday 14 and continuing on Sunday 15. At the moment 11. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you, I'm Kate Collins. Tonight's headlines. A man has been arrested following a carjacking and wild police chase that shut down Adelaide's airspace. The Federal Environment Minister and opposition leader have toured South Australia's algae-plagued coastline. And warnings of a new Qantas text scam targeting frequent flyers. And don't worry, you haven't missed the news. You can start over on 9 now as soon as you're home.
Losing your grip on things? If painful and stiff hands are affecting the things you enjoy and everyday life, get in touch with Grip. Grip is a specialised hand and wrist practice with a team of highly qualified hand surgeons and therapists specialising in hand trauma, carpal tunnel syndrome, osteoarthritis, joint replacement, sports injuries, nerve pain and more. To get a grip on the life you loved before, free from hand pain, visit gripsurgery.com.au.
Hi, I live in an apartment and I need an outdoor blind. Okay, that was weird. Hi, I live in an apartment and I need an outdoor blind. What on earth is going on?
Phantom Screens.
I need an outdoor blind for my apartment.
Sure, we can do that.
Oh, great. The last people I called just laughed at me.
Don't worry, Phantom Screens have a solution just for you.
Ripper.
Phantom Outdoor Blinds. At Town & Country Mattresses and Beds, we custom build comfort. From electric adjustable beds to aged care and NDIS supported options. We've been helping South Aussies sleep better for over 30 years. And because we offer factory direct prices, you'll get more for your money. Plus, we'll beat any written quote. Visit our family-owned team today at 68 Research Road, Paraka. Town & Country Mattresses and Beds. Sleep made personal. Find your better night's sleep at Town & Country Mattresses and Beds.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
8 minutes after 6, driving with Dixon coming up at 6:30 tonight on 5AA, and visit Wayville Hyundai and take a test drive today to find your perfect Hyundai car. Goodwood Road, Wayville. We are currently streaming live on our 5AA Facebook and YouTube Wayville Hyundai live stream. Get involved with the show. 8223 0000. Our lines are open.
Well, it wasn't long ago that we were talking on this show that we were very nervous about having an Adelaide Lightning in the WNBL, and it was.
And State got behind it.
State got behind it. It was a bit frightening, but we now do have a new look team as well for Adelaide Lightning, and we've announced a coach, and that lady is Karen Mitchell. G'day, Karen.
G'day, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Well, tell us about your experience in coaching and what you're going to bring to us.
Well, first off, can I just say that I am Collingwood supporter, and I turned your show on at about 5:30 just to have a bit of listen
It's the other bloke, Karen. It's the other bloke.
Hang on, our line's breaking up here, Karen.
I was pleasantly surprised. He was very funny. What an absolute legend.
Oh, absolute legend, and a great chat too. So I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us about your background, because I've had a look. The WNBL itself has rebranded, and that looks sensational.
Yeah.
Adelaide Lightning just released our new colours now. I'll get this right: plum, lavender, and mandarin.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And it looks amazing.
It does,
So
and I love the new logo as well.
Yeah, so it mirrors the South Australian landscape. So when you see it side by side, it makes sense. And I think that the team's just going to look amazing once the uniforms are in.
Beautiful. We just got that up on our YouTube live stream at the moment. So that's looking very, very good. You have had experience as an assistant coach with the Tall Ferns with New Zealand. Now Nat Hurst coaches that. What have you learnt from her, and what will you bring, I suppose, from her style?
Yeah, well, I've been coaching for, 20-odd years. So I'm a former player, played for about 10 years in the WNBL, played in Europe, and then I started having kids, and so then I started coaching, and I'm a teacher as well. So I've been coaching for a long time, done all the Victorian state team stuff, coached in the NBL 1 South, and was an assistant coach with the Southside Flyers for 2 years, and was with them when we won the championship a couple of seasons ago with Lauren Jackson at the helm.
Great.
So that was amazing. And, just in the last year, I've been fortunate enough to be Nat Hurst's assistant with the Tall Ferns. And, I'm learning a lot from her. She's very detail-oriented, particularly on defence. So that's been really great.
Well, it's a resume you're building, and let's hope you can add to our 5-time winning championship team, which is the Lightning. It is one of our blue chip, iconic national sporting teams. We're bloody proud of them, so thank you for taking that on board and doing well. We're sure you will. The roster.
When I played during the era that Lightning won all their championships, and it just struck fear into the entire league. So we want to bring that back.
Yeah. Wow. I remember the last finals campaign they had out at the old Apollo Stadium. The powerhouse. The powerhouse.
I think that was...
And I reckon it was... Remember when it was sold out? It was bloody rocking.
Yeah.
It was like, we get behind our Lightning girls. Now, how's the roster shaping up, and what girls have you got from last year? Who have you got your eye on? What's you like at recruiting, Karen?
Well, I feel like I've done a pretty good job, actually.
All due credit. Hey, all due credit, Karen.
I am. I'm pretty excited to get started. We've retained the captain, Steph Talbot, which was obviously very important. So I was very relieved when Steph said that she was going to stay. She let me know that I was unknown in South Australia, which was that was great. That was in our first phone call. I was like, okay, I trust. I guarantee you, people know me, just maybe not in South Australia. But so we kept Steph, so that was great. Taylor Brazel, South Australian young gun, we kept her as well, which was great. I was very happy when she signed as well. And then pretty much everybody else is new. So brought in some of the Tall Ferns girls, one of which is Sean Rabati, who is Stephen Adams' niece.
Beautiful.
Stephen Adams from the NBA.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a bit big. So she's not quite as tall as him, but she is very very fierce competitor. So I'm really excited to be bringing her in. We've got a young point guard from Big Country, who is the youngest of 4 and has 3 brothers. So as you would imagine, she is very, very tough. And she's going to be awesome for us. We've got 2 imports. So one is playing with the LA Sparks at the moment in the WNBA, and she's 6'3" and has graduated from South Carolina 1 year ago. So she's been playing under Dawn Staley at South Carolina, and Dawn is the USA coach, head coach. So we know that Sanaya is going to come in disciplined and really tough and just really polished. So we're excited to have her. And then our other import is Serena Sundell, and she got drafted by Seattle, got waived right at the end, and just is hungry to work on her game and get back to that level. And she's been playing a bunch of 3-on-3 for the USA in the off season, so she's going to come in sharp. as well. So it's really shaping up well.
Yeah, sounds exciting. So you've got the roster. Now your job is to match the talent of that roster to a game style. So in a word or two, in a sentence, Karen, how will we watch you play? Is it run and gun? Are you going to be strong on the boards defensively? Describe how, when I sit there and watch the Adelaide Lightning, what I'm going to see.
We are going to be relentless on defence. We're going to pick up full court. We are going to run and gun a little bit, but not to the extent of some of the teams that are just, chucking shit up, basically. We're not going to do that. But we are
I love the cut of your jib, Karen. Chucking shit up.
I was going to say, it'd be no good for this show.
Timmy!
Yeah, I liked it.
Karen.
It's after 6.
Hey, little ears. You're a school teacher. Little ears here, Karen. Little ears. Yeah.
High school, though. High school.
Oh, fair cool. Shit.
Yeah, I was going to say they'll be using that all day.
In primary school, it's the SH word, but but no, we are. We are going to be fierce. We're going to be tough, and teams are going to hate coming in here and playing us.
Now, season kicks off in October. I think our first game's at home, v Perth. Yep. I suppose because of the shake-up as such, do you know how they're shaping up?
Yes, well, I actually just heard today they've got their core back and they've announced that. So they've got Amy Atwell, Ali Wilson, who's a South Australian, and Annalie Maley. So that's their big three. So they've got them back. They lost one of their best guards though. She's gone to Perth. But I just heard today they've got Han Zhu from China.
Right.
She's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good, but I don't know that she's going to be able to keep pace with Samaya Fagan, our five. So we'll see.
You'll work out the tactics there, no doubt.
Yes.
And anybody in particular that you're looking at in the comp that sort of you went, okay, well, they look like they've recruited well. Their roster's pretty strong.
Canberra Capitals have released the checkbook to the coaches and have really, really loaded up. So I think everyone's looking at their roster going, oh, okay, that's going to be a tough one.
They haven't got direct access to the mint, have they, over there?
They might.
That's just unfair, that is.
It is unfair. Yeah, I know. It is really unfair.
How quickly are you able to get everything happening as far as our roster goes, pre-season happening, you name it, because we're not that far. I think it's 2 months.
No. It was really tough, actually, because I only got appointed about 2 days before free agency started.
Wow.
And, it was a mad scramble. But I think it worked out in our favour in some ways because people had been having lots of conversations, for the 6 weeks before that. And I think people were a little bit bored. So then we kind of came in and just went, bang, we'll give you this kind of thing. So that was, we had that kind of...
You cut through.
Attack.
Yeah. So you didn't chuck up any of that other stuff. You just went straight to it. Yeah.
No, that's probably just we cut straight to the chase and we were like, we want to be an ad for this.
Yeah,
so,
beautiful.
So that was good. But we start pre-season the first week of September and we're operating out of the South Australian Sports Institute. And, oh, my God, is that the best facility in the country or what?
Isn't it?
Unbelievable.
And once again, I think it's appropriate to say to Peter Malinauskas and his cabinet and the South Australian government to save us, but not only save us, resource us. We've got you, Karen. There's no excuses now. I don't care how many Chinese 208-centimetre players they've got. Put your mouth guards in. We're coming at you, Karen.
No, I might get you to come in and help me with my pre-game tour. That was good.
Yes. Like it. Launch
We've got you, Karen. Yeah. Well done. I feel some good stuff about this.
Some good
vibes.
Really do.
Yeah, that's
some good vibes, I tell you. Karen, congratulations on the job. We're really looking forward to a great Adelaide Lightning season. Yeah, you'll have our backing, and I'm pretty sure we'll be talking again.
Yes, definitely. Thanks, guys. Great to be on.
And I'll tell you what, Karen, I'll hold you to it. If I see you throwing any of that Eartha kit up, you'll answer to me.
Karen Mitchell, our guest, new Adelaide Lightning coach, a great appointment, and I'm pretty sure they will be entertaining to watch.
God. And well done to the government. I do mean that sincerely. And they've got all that access. They're going to throw money at it. And so they damn well should.
I still haven't been through. Have you been through this?
No, I haven't. But I hear it's magnificent.
Well, we were promised, I'm pretty sure, by a minister. So
I did, actually. Yeah. Well, actually, we'll hold them to I was surprised, Karen.
Let's do a show from there.
What Eartha kit was.
Well,
do you know what it is? Rhyming slang?
It's a rhyming slang. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Karen's right on it.
She's right.
I think she picked it up after she used it herself.
I think she did.
It's 19 after 6. Let's check your traffic around Adelaide.
At Oakden, urgent gasworks, Green Junction Road near Sutholts Road. West Hindmarsh, a breakdown at the bottom of the north-south motorway near the exit ramp. Super busy on Tapley's Hill Road at Glenelg North. Really slow Cross Road of the South Road intersection. And got cameras tonight. Cliff Street, Glengarry. That's a 50 zone. Look out for that. I've got one right now at Beveridge Road at Ingle Farm. Load up with the Porto's barbecue pulled chicken loaded chips. Hot chips laid with lemon and herb pulled chicken. Topped with mayo and sauce. Just $7.95 only at a Porto. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Calling all car fans. Need your weekly motoring fix? Join me, Charlie Dixon, Wednesday nights from 6:30 for Driving with Dixon. We talk about all things motoring, cars, car events, racing, anything motoring.
Enjoy your outdoor area all year round with an opening and closing roof designed, manufactured and installed locally by Luva House.
So join me Wednesday nights for Driving with Dixon. Only on $13.95, Adelaide's 5AA.
Discover the joy of family connection in the 7-seat hybrid Mazda CX-80. Now yours from a great drive-away price of $59,990 for the CX-80 G40E Pure. Enjoy 3 spacious rows, hybrid efficiency, and the reassurance of driving ANCAP's safest large SUV of 2024. Visit your local dealer to test drive the Mazda CX-80 today. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. See mazda.com.au for details.
How do you make a birthday, long weekend or holiday even more memorable? You take it to the Murray River and step aboard the Murray Princess. From festive Christmas sailings to toe-tapping country music and Neil Diamond tribute cruises, there's something for everyone. Share the special cruise experience with your family and friends. Book your Murray Princess event cruise today. Visit murrayprincess.com.au.
Unbelievable.
Now, you don't just do a good barbie. You've got to become a tong master. You've got to flip snags and become a backyard hospitality director. And when you do, you deserve the very best outdoor kitchen from Adelaide Outdoor Kitchens.
Even if you're thinking about an outdoor kitchen, please make sure you go in. Choose from the best appliances. You can add a bar fridge, a pizza oven, stun your guests with one of those little custom-made concrete bench tops. And it's a throwaway line. They are elite.
Yep.
They do indoor ones as well. They're handmade and they can update any kitchen space, custom-made just for you. Every piece is unique.
It would be a la Rowey. There you go. That's what would be written on. A la Rowey.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it's your own unique bench top. Now to do that, you got to call for a consultation up there at Seaford Meadows. They've got the showroom at Farrow Circuit. They will look after you. It'll be all free, a free consultation, free quote, you name it. They'd probably even give you a coffee because the best backyard hospitality directors, they choose Adelaide Outdoor Kitchens. And if you just want a little peekaboo, go to adelaideoutdoorkitchens.com.au.
At Blackwell Funerals, we care about what matters most. When it comes to saying goodbye, we're here with compassion, dignity and support. Visit blackwellfunerals.com.au to learn more.
G'day, it's Ben from BJ Energy. Lately I've had a lot of people asking about the federal battery rebate, what it is, how it works and whether they're eligible. At BJ Energy, we've done the homework. Our job is to help you make the most of the rebate while it's still around. So if you're thinking about solar or a home battery or just have any questions about the federal battery rebate, it's easy to get in touch with us. No sales pitch, just straight answers. Visit bjenergy.com.au. That's bjenergy.com.au.
When you book a hearing test with Can Do Hearing, you'll be seen by an accredited audiologist. Can Do Hearing is South Australian and we're not owned by a hearing aid manufacturer. This means we only recommend what's going to work for you, and your options are almost endless. Plus the extra bonus, our profits go to Can Do for Kids, supporting local kids living with hearing and vision loss. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing today. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
24 minutes after 6. Are you ready to go? It's time for the Royal Adelaide Show, presented by Drake's. You can get tickets at theshow.com.au and Drake's supermarkets. They are a great place to shop. We have a double pass to give away right now. If you'd like to head along to the show, 8223 0055. You can even head to Foodland as well to get your tickets.
Love Foodland. Could you play this on your guitar?
Yeah, easy.
Are you an acoustic or a
Electric?
Electric.
No, mainly acoustic.
Can you play both? Are they same?
Yeah, they're same.
Okay.
Yeah. Just,
but you can play this.
Oh, yeah, I'd do that over the back of my head and Jimi Hendrix style. No, I'm completely lying. I don't really do lead guitar like that. That's Slash.
A talent,
He's
isn't it?
very good. He's very good.
What do you mean? He had a Slash?
No, that's his nickname.
His nickname is
Stage
Slash?
name is Slash.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of what?
Because of the way he used to slash the guitar.
Oh, because you know what we use Slash for in Australia, don't we?
Well, some people do, yes, and some don't. All righty, let's go to Ryan at Middleton. G'day, Ryan.
Hey, gents. Cracking evening. Just, I'm pumped for the game of the year on Saturday night.
Yeah.
A couple of questions. With Laird out, is it a no-brainer to replace experience with experience and throw in Brodie Smith?
I think they probably will, and Nixie alluded to that. I haven't quite looked at the team yet. Actually, let's have a listen to Nixie first, Ryan.
Brodie's an obvious one. You know, he's put his hand up right throughout the year and has been ready and probably plays in a lot of back lines across the league. And at the moment, it's been a tough year for him to sit one back, but he deserves his opportunity again.
I think that's the way they'll go. Tex is obviously going to come back. We know Laird is out. If I was Collingwood, I'd be putting Bobby Hill straight in. And he's played a half a game, I think, in the VFL in the last 6 weeks. He's had family problems. I hope he's over that. He's going to be in town. I'd put him straight in.
So who matches up on him?
Well, then that's what I mean. Bond has to come in. They reckon McCreary's going to come back, but they'll play B. Smith, Ryan.
Great. Excellent. I'm just concerned about who's going to be on Hill and who's quick enough to match up with him.
I'm putting Bond straight on him. B-O-N-D.
Are you doing the same, Ryan?
Yeah, he's been really good the last couple of games he's played.
I love him.
Yeah, throw him in.
Well done, Ryan. Mate, strap yourself in, Crows supporters, Saturday night, because Collingwood could re-announce themselves as a contender. Crows can lock away the minor, is it called minor premiership?
Yeah. Main thing is it's a home final. Who cares about top or second? You just want a home final. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Absolutely.
We got Port Adelaide got Carlton on the weekend. Here's Ken on selection.
You know, we've got some things to think through after today's training to make sure we come up with the right side to take on Carlton over in Melbourne, because their form's also been on the up a little bit, and we look forward to the challenge. But who we take at the moment, we'll wait until we get through training, and even then we still don't know with the way things have gone in the last couple of weeks with some illness, so we'll work our way through it.
Yeah, well, I'm having a look at the CLK legal injury list. And I reckon you're picking whoever's available.
There's 11 blokes on the end of season.
So,
Well, there's a club worse, and it's called Essendon. They're going to play their 15th debutant this week.
Yeah.
15th.
It's too many, isn't it?
15th debutant.
Too many there. There's been a lot of talk about a National Reserves comp.
Yeah.
And we've had that discussion here in South Australia with our two clubs. But Laura Kane was on about the National Reserves. Would there be that happening next year?
It's late in the year, and so I think whatever changes we make need to consider all of the knock-on effects. It needs to be contemplated around season timing across both of our competitions, and people need to plan. So I think you'll see a not dissimilar competition next year, but into the future, the medium term is what we're focused on, making sure that we make sustainable decisions for the medium and longer term.
So, in short, it was like she spoke another language because she's a lawyer. We'd like to, but not next year.
Correct.
I've just summarised it.
Yeah, there
Boom.
it is. Yeah, we think we'll get there.
Yeah.
But it won't be next year.
But I think it's a simple case of they can't afford it. That's the only reason it's not in. Pick one. AFLW or a National Reserves team.
It's not so much they can't afford it, it's they probably don't see the value in it just yet.
Okay.
So if they saw value in doing it and the clubs could prove the value.
Well, all 18 clubs want it, don't they?
I think they do.
And I think our contract with our two clubs, when I say ours,
not till the end of 27?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So,
all right.
All righty, what have we got?
We've got Driving with Dixon coming up. We have come to 6:30. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Done.
Driving with Dixon next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
It's only a few months since David Spears, the former state Liberal leader, had his day in court after pleading guilty to charges of supplying drugs.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
Speculation has begun that he could be making a political comeback.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
We have the man himself on the line.
It's not my speculation.